Some things never seem to change, and every day I stay the same. Moonlight swelling through the trees, it never seems to wane. Sometimes I feel like I'm a silhouette, like my imitation leads me towards regret. Sometimes I wish that we had never met. I'm faking every step, stealing all the breath out of my lungs. Got me in the dark speaking in tongues. Tell me, when did this stop being fun? We're undone and uncomfortably numb. You're stealing all the breath out of my lungs. Got me in the dark speaking in tongues. Tell me, when did this stop being fun? We're undone and uncomfortably numb.
Disconnected, out of mind, I'm unaffected by the times. Misdirect me on a dime, break me with something slight.
Born in a compromise, raised on white lies.
They say the road to hell is paved with gold.
At 25 I feel content with caution, dodging my halo, dodging my halo, dodging my halo.
You're stealing all the breath out of my lungs. Got me in the dark speaking in tongues. Tell me, when did this stop being fun? We're undone and uncomfortably numb. You're stealing all the breath out of
I know she said it's alright, but you gon' make it up next time. I know she knows it's not right. There ain't no use in lying. Maybe she thinks I know something. Maybe she thinks it's fine. Or maybe she knows something I don't. I'm so tired. I'm so tired of trying. It seems to me that maybe it pretty much always means no. So don't tell me, you might just let it go. And oftentimes we're lazy. It seems to stand in my way. 'Cause no one, not no one likes to be let down. I know she loves the sunrise, no longer sees it with her sleeping eyes. And I know that when she said she's gonna try, well, it might not work because of other ties. And I know she usually has some other ties, and I wouldn't wanna break them. I wouldn't wanna break them. Maybe she'll help me to untie this, but until then, well, I'm gonna have to lie to her. It seems to me that maybe it pretty much always means no. So don't tell me, you might just let it go. And oftentimes we're lazy. It seems to stand in my way. 'Cause no one, not no one likes to be let down. It seems to me that maybe it pretty much always means no. So don't tell me, you might just let it go. Harder that you try, baby, the further you'll fall. Even with all the money in the whole wide world. Please, please, please don't pass me. Please, please, please don't pass me. Please, please, please don't pass me by. Everything you know about me now, baby, you're gonna have to change. You're gonna call it by a brand new name. Ooh. Please, please, please don't drag me. Please, please,
sang a little while and then flew on. Tell me all that you know, I'll show you. Snow and rain. When you hear that same sweet song again, well, you know why. Anyone who sings a tune so sweet is passing by. Laugh in the sunshine, sing, cry in the dark, fly through the night. Don't cry now. Don't you cry. Don't you cry anymore. La 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 la. Sleep in the stars. Don't you cry. Dry your eyes on the wind. La 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 la. All I know is something like a bird within her sang. All I know, she sang a little while and then flew on. Tell me all that you know, I'll show you. Snow and rain.
Hey Potters fans, are you ready for some Pacific Empire League action? Let's send it up to the booth to get you ready for today's action, right here on Stone's Broadcast Networks.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, the Star Spangled Banner before our final regular season home game between the Potters and the Solano County Mudcats. Hello, I say, and welcome to McBean Stadium in Lincoln, California for another exciting night of a Lincoln Potters baseball. Maybe the most exciting night of the entire summer. I'm Mark DePanelo here with Riley the engineer. Stones McCoy is actually in the building as well. What we have for you tonight is the second of a three-game series between the Potters and the visiting Solano Mudcats. The Potters won game one last night, 13-1, by another exceptional performance from Aiden Perez. He improved to 5-1. The team improved to 14-11 in PEL play, and one win away from clinching the league's second and final playoff berth. It's the final regular season home game of the summer, and manager Tyler Robertson will send right-hander Anthony Martinez and his 5-0 record to the mound, looking for that one particular win. Here's the Mudcats lineup that he will face. And it starts off with Mosshart, who had 2 hits last night. Carson and Mendocini, the first 3. Connor Ross, the big hitter, batting in the cleanup spot with 4 home runs and 26 runs batted in. Graham and Johnson making their first appearance in the series. And Delicado at second base. Crudo, the shortstop. And Holden Rook behind the plate. DJ Anderson is on the mound for the Solano Mudcats in this one as they come in at 14-18 and 9-14 in conference play. The Potters 34-15 overall, 14-11 in PEL play. Game number 50, and Anthony Martinez is 5-0. He has a 3.27 ERA, 33 innings pitched, 27 hits, 28 strikeouts, and 14 walks for Anthony out of Sierra College, and he is on the mound for hopefully the biggest game of the season. Adon Perez was fantastic last night, 6 innings, 4 hits. He struck out 11, and for his last 2 appearances, Perez against the West Coast Kings and the Solano Mudcats in games the Potters really needed to win if they hoped to have a chance at this playoff spot. He went 12 innings. He gave up 5 hits. He struck out 18. And he was absolutely fantastic, going with a 2-0 record to finish the summer at 5-1. So it's Martinez. He'll face Mosshart. He'll face Carson and Mendocini, the first 3 for the Solano Mudcats. These teams will conclude the series tomorrow in Solano, or down in Fairfield, that is, at the home of the Mudcats. Jordan Georgeson on the field taking pictures, acting important. I like that. So a big game here tonight. Final one, it's a full house out here. We've got fireworks. We've got hopefully clinching a playoff spot. We've got the end of the intern rankings, and we'll have to announce some winners in the intern contest all summer long. So we've got a lot going on tonight. Stones McCoy said in the building, so that's always a special night. And we'll start off with Alex Mosshart, who struck out his first 2 times last night, but then came through with a single and a double, and then was hit by a pitch, so he was 2 for 4. He scored the only run for the Mudcats in their 13-1 loss. Alex out of University of Mary, and we are getting started here. First pitch at 6:07, and it's Martinez fastball, and it is inside for a ball. Carson and Mendocini to follow here, as the fans, like we said, a full house, just getting situated, and there's not a lot of places to get situated out here as we have a sellout situation. And the grassy knoll, which is always full on a fireworks night, it's overflowing right now as we are on the 3rd pitch of the game. It's 2-0 to Mosshart. Skied right over toward the grassy knoll. They're looking up, and it's not going to be, it's going to be about 20 feet to the left of the knoll into that new improved area out there. Home game number 40 for your Lincoln Potters this year. And we thank everybody who's been with us on the journey. That's a little blooper out into center field. Going out is Johnson. He's not going to be able to get there. It's in front of Eaton for a single. And then Mosshart now 3 straight hits, and he's at first base with Ansel Carson coming to the plate. Let's look at the defensive alignment for your Lincoln Potters. It's Eli Small out in left field tonight. Cole Eaton back in center, Will Lindbergh in right. Mancy at third. Hassani Johnson back in the lineup at short. Gargett moves over to second. Zach Chamiso, the Lincoln product, is at first. Cole Dillon behind the plate. And Anthony Martinez is on the mound. And here's Ansel Carson, who was 1 for 4 last night, hitting at .228 on the year with 10 runs batted in. Third baseman out of St. Mary's College. Turns to bunt, pulls it back, and it is a ball 1-0. 1 ball and no strikes on Carson. Short lead at first by Mossart. That's in there for a call strike. 87 from Anthony Martinez. Very nice night for baseball out here. Very cool. Probably the first time the first pitch has been under 100 degrees, maybe in like 3 weeks or something like that. Very pleasant out here. And the sun not so bad on the outfielders like it was last night. Throw over to first base, and Mossart is back. Last night, the Mudcats left fielder lost the ball in the sun and ended up being a RBI double for Drew Andrews. So it did affect the game, especially early on. 1-1 pitch coming up. High fastball, 2-1. Austin Mendocini on deck. Martinez's last outing was on the 20th against the West Coast Kings. Breaking ball in there for a strike. He went 4 innings, gave up 7 hits and 5 runs. He was not involved in the decision. So he is coming off that game. His first time pitching since then. 2-2 on Ansel Carson. Breaking ball in the dirt, so it's 3-2. Chamiso holding the runner on at first base. As we are just getting started here, people just settling in. The bounce house isn't even rocking yet. There's just people crawling, kids crawling through there, not people, just kids. 3-2 pitch. Breaking ball in the dirt again. So he loses Carson. First 2 hitters reach base against Anthony Martinez. That'll bring up Austin Mendocini, who has only been up 7 times, but he does have 3 hits for the Solano Mudcats. Austin out of Johnson University, as going out to talk to Martinez's Cole Dillon. So 2 on, nobody out, and the very dangerous Connor Ross on deck for the Mudcats. Potters out with the big win last night. Kind of want to shut down the Mudcats early and maybe stake themselves to a little bit of a lead here in game number 2. This is a big game, a clinching game. If they win this game, they clinch the second spot in the PEL playoffs and would host the Healdsburg Prune Packers in game 1 next Tuesday. There's a breaking ball in there for a strike on Mendocini. 0-1. If they lose tonight, they'd have to win that game tomorrow at Solano to hold off the Humboldt Crabs, who would grab that number 2 spot. They are 14-12 in conference play. Another breaking ball, another strike, 0-2. Star Wars night as well tonight, but all I see are 3, I think they're stormtroopers. They're not, they're clone troopers. Riley is all over it. I may have to bring him on because he's the one who knows the difference between clone troopers and stormtroopers. One of them needs to work out a little bit more, I'll say that. That's a nice block, throw down to second base, and it won't be in time. Good block by Dillon behind the plate, but it's going to be a wild pitch, and the runners will move up to second and third on that breaking ball that was low and outside. So the force, the double play taken out of play. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes on Mendocini. Here's Martinez. Swing and a miss on a breaking ball. They're going to have to throw to get him at first base. And he is out. First strikeout, first out for Martinez. Now the dangerous Connor Ross will come to the plate. Connor 1 for 5 last night with 3 strikeouts. He singled his first time up, then struck out 3 in the next 4 times. 1 of those was against Perez, 1 against Kalsbeck, and 1 in the 9th inning against Perry Kiles. But he's hitting .385, and he has 4 home runs, and he has 26 runs batted in. So he is a formidable adversary up there with runners at second and third for the Mudcats. Hunter Graham, the right fielder, is on deck. Breaking ball misses for a ball, 1-0. A lot of off speed from Martinez so far here as he works with runners at second and third. And 1 out. Hit down to first, past first into right field. That's a base hit. 1 run will score. Coming up in right, nice throw from Lindbergh that's cut off by Chamiso. Scoring is Mosshart. Moving to third is Carson. It's an RBI for Ross, his 27th of the season. And the Mudcats grab an early lead. They lead at 1-0 with Hunter Graham coming up to the plate. Just a hard shot to the right of Chamiso, and Zach, nothing much he could do about that. But Lindbergh came up throwing right away, and I think held Carson at third base. So the double play in order. Let's see if Ross stays put over at first base as Graham comes up to the plate out of University of San Francisco. 143 with 3 runs batted in on the summer. Breaking ball's hit high up in the air to left center field. Eaton is on the run. He's going to get underneath it, but it will be a sacrifice fly as Graham delivers about 350 feet out to left center field, and scoring is Carson. So it is now 2-0 for the Mudcats. Graham picks up his 4th run batted in, and that brings up Everett Johnson, the third baseman. Johnson up here with 2 outs, and Ross over at first base. Everett from UC Davis hitting 150. The Mudcats have struck for 2 here in the top of the first. Fastball's in there for a strike. Single, a walk, a single, a sacrifice fly with a wild pitch mixed in there. Oh and 1 now on Johnson. Breaking ball, strike 2. 0 and 2. Braden Indelicado, the on-deck hitter, the second baseman. Everett Johnson playing down at third for the Mudcats tonight in Game 2 of this 3-game series. 0-2 from Anthony Martinez. Breaking ball's chopped foul down the third base line. What a fine play on the big hop by the third base coach. A lot of times they'll let that one go. They don't want to hurt their coaching fielding average, but snatched that one right out of the air. 0 and 2. So if the Potters are going to clinch tonight, it's going to have to be a come-from-behind win as they trail this one 2-0. Ross leads at first. Breaking ball's hit sharply out to short. Hassani Johnson's going to go the short way to second for the fielder's choice, and that's the inning. But 2 runs on 2 hits and 1 left. We are at the bottom of the first. Mudcats 2, Potters coming to bat.
I'm Bill Spear, North Valley president of 5 Star Bank. In a time when business can feel so uncertain, we're here for you every step of the way.
I know they have a lot of bells and whistles within their bank, but just the relationship piece here locally on the business side is huge for us.
5 Star treats us like we're number one. They're right there with suggestions, with help. So I have to bank with people that have our mission in mind.
We're 5 Star Bank. How can we help you?
Bottom of the first inning, Mudcats 2, Potters nothing. DJ Anderson, the pitcher for the Solano Mudcats. He is out of Concordia University, 6'8", 265 pounds. I'll see the 6'8". I don't know if I see the 265. He is 0-1 with an ERA of 3, 21 innings pitched, 16 hits, 22 strikeouts, and 10 walks. So pretty good numbers for DJ as he takes the mound in this one with a 2-0 lead already over the Potters. He will face this lineup of Potters. Gargette's going to lead us off. Then Hassani Johnson batting second. Mancy has been hot lately. He'll hit third. Lindbergh, Furry, and Small, 4, 5, and 6. Cole Dillon, the catcher, hitting seventh. The local boys, Zach Chamiso batting eighth, and Cole Eaton, the center fielder, will round us out batting ninth, supporting Anthony Martinez on the mound. And Caius Gargett, who is hitting .444 on the season and well over 500 in PEL play, will start us off here as the Potters gave up 2 in the top of the first. So the key to that is trying to strike back quickly. Don't let them have what Stones McCoy likes to call the shutdown inning. You want to go ahead and put something on the board here as Anderson finishes up his warm-up tosses. Miranchito doing a lot of business down there today, Riley, the engineer. I know you've already been down there, so you figure I got my quesadilla out of there. That's okay. If they run out now, that's not my problem. I thought I'd see you with a brat today on a final day, though. Maybe I still will, though. That's the thing. Maybe I still will. You never know with you. You're unpredictable. You come from a family of people who eat, so you're unpredictable. Here comes Caius Gargett out of Anderson, Indiana, and University of Kentucky. 5 RBI. He was 1 for 3 last night, and he drove in 2, I believe, last night. Yes, he did. So Caius comes up against Anderson, starting off the bottom of the first inning on a sold-out night here. Final night of the regular season and Star Wars night. Sails the fastball all the way back to the screen and frightens the front row patrons. One ball and no strikes. That one popped up left side out of play. 86 from DJ Anderson, so it's a 1 ball, 1 strike count on Caius. Asani Johnson to follow. Shortstop back in the lineup. Breaking ball stays high, so it's 2-1. This guy right in front of me keeps going down and get beers. He's got the coolest Leonard Skinner ZZ Top shirt I've ever seen. It's the Sharp Dress Simple Man Tour. I'm reading it on the back. But I think there's only 2 members of ZZ Top left. So I've got to talk to him about that and see what the sound was like. Was there anything missing? How do they fill that in? But it sounds like a lot of fun. 3-1 on Caius Gargett. Hits that one well to right field. Moving back is Graham. He's going to be in position in front of the fence and makes the catch. So Caius hit it pretty well. Flies out to Hunter Graham in right field for the first out. And Asani Johnson will be the hitter. Let's look defensively at the Solano Mudcats. Graham in right, Rook in center. It's Mosshart over in left. Everett Johnson holding down third. Crudo back at short. Delicato at second. Carson moves over to first. Mendocini behind the plate, and DJ Anderson is on the mound for the Solano Mudcats. And here is Asani Johnson hitting .370 on the season with 5 runs batted in out of Elk Grove, California, University of Louisiana Monroe. In and out of the lineup for the Potters. Takes the breaking ball and it's in there for a strike on the inside corner. 0-1. Asani followed by Luke Mancy. That one just misses outside. 1-1. I don't know if Leonard Skinner would get top bill on that or ZZ Top. I don't think there's any Leonard Skinner people left. So how can they get top bill if there's nobody left? Swing and a miss. 1-2. Jones McCoy, just because you're here doesn't mean you get to pipe in on everything, okay? But he's probably right. He says it should be Skinner, and I guess he's right. I mean, the catalogs are very similar, though. ZZ Top has a pretty fine catalog, too. I saw them once already. They were headlining, by the way. Johnson hits it sharply right at first. Knocked down, picked up by Carson. Flips it over to the pitcher, and they got him at first base. And Hassani does not agree with that decision. But it's an excellent play by Carson and a good job by Anderson to get over there in time. Carson moved over from third, and he's playing at first, and he made a fine play right there. And that'll bring up Luke Mancy. So 2 well-hit balls by the Potters, nothing to show for it so far. And here's Luke Mancy, who's got the average up to .325, his 5th consecutive 2-hit game last night when he was 2 for 3. Has a home run, he has 14 runs batted in. Look out, that hit him right in the back. And no amount of looking on is going to help that. So he is at first base, and Will Lindbergh will come up to the plate. 4th straight left-handed hitter against the right-hander DJ Anderson. Trey Furry on deck will be the first right-handed hitter. Gargett is at switch hitter, batting left-handed. Lindbergh a home run, 13 batted in. Will is hitting .266 out of Gold River, California, and Cal State Northridge. Fastball misses outside, 1-0. That one at 85 from DJ Anderson, the right-hander out of Concordia University. Got Gargett on a deep fly ball, got a ground ball out from Johnson on a fine play by Carson at first, And he has hit Mancy, and now here is Will Lindbergh. High breaking ball, 2-0. I don't know if it's the armor that makes that guy look like he spent a lot of time in a recliner, or else maybe that's the way the Star Wars Stormtrooper guys are. Maybe they tend to look a little heavy. I don't know. Lindbergh takes in there for a strike, 2-1. Close call that Anderson gets, and so it's 2 balls and 1 strike. Mancy leading over at first base. Mudcats lead this one 2-0. We're still in the first inning. Piper has made an appearance. That's always good news. Inside, no, called a strike, 2-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Left-hand hitting Lindbergh. Will's in right field tonight for the Potters. That's inside, 3-2. So Mancy will be going at first base. Is that a coincidence, or is Piper followed by a guy with a beer? No, I think that's just a coincidence. That's just the way it works. I thought maybe Piper had his own guy. I mean, that would be kind of cool. Full count. Runner will be going. 2 outs. Down in the dirt, ball 4. So Lindbergh works the walk, and now it's up to Trey Furry, who had a 2-run double in last night's game, hitting .292 with a home run and 6 runs batted in since returning to the squad from wherever Trey Furry was hanging out. Out of William Jessup University, the right-hand hitter. DH and tonight, he was in right field last night. A lot of fans, a lot of Trey Furry fans, a lot of Trey Furry fans everywhere. But a lot out here tonight in this capacity crowd. Chance to pick up a big hit here. Takes outside for a ball, 1-0. He's followed by Eli Small, tonight's left fielder. Potters with 2 on and 2 out. And a 1-0 count on Trey Furry. Ground ball in the hole, now to the third baseman. Nice play at third. Over to first, and he is out at first base. The bat was flying through the air, which made it a little bit hard to figure out, but a good play at third by Johnson, and he throws Furry out at first. So no runs for the Potters. We go to the second. They trail 2-0.
I'm Bill Evans, president of the Placer County Association of Realtors. We're in the store, our conference facilities, an amazing team helps keep together an amazing organization, and we thank them all.
This organization can't do what it does and can't run the way it runs without the help of so many members volunteering their time.
The success of the Placer County Association of Realtors is largely dependent on our active volunteer members to help our organization and industry. The work of our committees greatly impacts our ability to champion efforts across the board and giving back to the Placer County community wherever we can.
Like all service organizations, I wanted to serve. And getting involved with the affiliate committee was the perfect way to do that.
I love being able to serve my community with my business friends and other leaders and give back to those who are in need.
The thing I love about the PCAR committees is they all work toward the same goal of bringing the community together to support those in need in our surrounding area.
I instantly came to the meeting and had a wonderful time, felt like I was a part of something bigger, and it was just the start of my leadership journey.
Top of inning number 2 from McBean Stadium. Mark the Phantom Low here with you with Riley the engineer. Stones McCoy running around somewhere. Willie Preston, of course, is doing a great job on the PA as he always does. Carson, the intern, is on the track man. I believe Lauren is doing the point streak tonight. We're going to have Kate on the field, but I think we have, is it Elena on the field, I think, tonight? And Nia wandering around. Last time I saw her, she had a camera around her neck, so she just does it all out there. We will have some intern awards coming up later on in the show because we've been tracking them through the whole season, and I think we've got a really Riley, a really better idea of what they're doing as we've made this track. We've been really keeping our eye on them the entire season. Braden Indelicato will start us off here in the second inning. He is out of Biola University. Left-hand hitting second baseman, hitting at 200. Takes a fastball from Martinez outside, 1-0. Mudcats scored twice in their half of the first. They lead at 2-0 as we start the second. Outside, Martinez. Started off with a single and a walk in the top of the first to Mosshart and Carson. Behind 2-0 on Indelicato. Hits it high up in the air towards center field. Cole Eaton giving ground, and he is underneath it. So pretty well hit, but plenty of room for Eaton in center field for the first out here in the second. That'll bring up Tyler Crudo, the shortstop. 0 for 3 last night for Tyler. He comes in here with an average of 222 with no home runs, 9 runs batted in. Tyler out of Sonoma State University. Right-handed hitter against the right-hander Anthony Martinez. Anthony came in 5-0 on the season. Hits a breaking ball that hits Crudo in the back, left shoulder. So he'll go down to first base. And that'll bring up Holden Rook, who is the center fielder, the number 9 hitter, and I believe the Dueling Dogs batter of the game. So if he strikes out, it's half off for Dueling Dogs the rest of the inning. Last night it was half off. Every batter, the first batter of every inning was Dueling Dogs batter, and 5 out of 7 struck out. So the Potters struck out 17 Mudcats last night, so it was a pretty good bet. Tonight, the Mudcats on top 2-0 here. Rook shows bunt, takes it, and it's a ball. A little bit low, 1-0. Rook is out of Abilene Christian University. Pops it up left side. It could get out of play given Chase's Mancy, but it is out of play. Down in the grassy knoll bounce house area, just a bunch of people, throngs of people just walking around out here on the final home game of the regular season. Potters need one win to get to that playoff series against the Prune Packers. They've got tonight and tomorrow to get it. There goes the runner. He should have gone. He didn't. Inside the throw back to first base a little bit high. That was a great lead by Crudo. I thought he was taking off. He was just walking off first base. But when Martinez delivered to the plate, he just stopped. 2-1 now on Rook. Top of the order, Alex Mossart on deck. Popped up right side. Second baseman calling for it. That's Gargett. Caius will catch it for the second out. So no strikeout, but an out nonetheless. And it'll bring up Alex Mossart, who has got 3 hits and been hit by a pitch in his last 4 appearances at the plate after striking out his first 2 times last night. So Alex, who comes in with a 267 average, scored in the first inning after singling. Alex out of University of Mary. He's got Crudo at first. Let's see if Tyler thinks about taking off over there. First pitch is hit on the ground to second base. Gargett has it on the big hop, go over to first for the out. So Potters allow 1 runner, nothing else in the second. We go to the bottom of the second. They trail 2-0.
Astro Air Design Incorporated, where you feel the difference. We are a locally owned and operated heating, air conditioning, and custom sheet metal company committed to the highest quality of craftsmanship at a competitive price. Our trained and certified technicians have the knowledge and experience required to install, maintain, or repair your home comfort solutions. Our upfront pricing gives you the peace of mind because you know your price is locked in. Call Astro Air Design Incorporated today.
Here in Michigan, we do more than just survive the winter. We thrive during it. You simply can't keep us away from what we love most: great times and amazing beer. The snow transforms the landscape and lays the path for adventures yet to be had. Trails ready to be explored, and freshly groomed hills ready for the first run of the day. And later, as the sun descends, it's time to unwind with great conversation and even better friends. Experience a taste of Michigan winter with Founders Brewing Company, born and brewed in Michigan.
being a laborer means everything. It was what took care of me when I was growing up. It's what takes care of me now. Because of President Biden and the money he's put into infrastructure, the need for our workforce to expand is out of this world. When our members are able to go to work on these big projects that are funded by Biden's economic investments, it means continued growth in their wages, in their pensions, in their health benefits. It means they're going to be able to take care of their families.
Gooseport Public House. We have sports on 10 big screen TVs, 23 beer taps with classics and crafts, a full bar with creative craft mixed drinks, live music, and most importantly, great fresh food. In downtown Roseville off Vernon Street, only 15 minutes from the ballpark. See ya at Gooseport.
Ball goes down to second base. We're ready to go. Bottom of the second inning. Potters trail it by 2. Eli Small, Cole Dillon, and Zach Chamiso will. Eli Small leading off Willie in this one. Is followed by Dillon and Chamiso. Potters had a couple runners on with a hit batter and a walk in the first inning, but Furry grounded out to third base to end that thread. And here's Eli Small. 2 hits for Eli last night. He's got the average up to 303 out of Elkhorn, Nebraska, and the University of Kentucky. First pitch is right past the glove of Anderson into center field for a base hit. DJ thought he had that one, but it went right past his glove. First hit for the Potters. And it'll bring up Cole Dillon, who was 1 for 4 with her RBI single last night. Cole is catching tonight. He's played second base. He's played third base recently. Now he's behind the plate in this one. He's also played outfield as well. So here's Cole Dillon out of Rockwall, Texas. Small at first base already has a good lead, and we haven't even started the next batter yet. Zach Chamiso, the local hero, is on deck, and he's followed by Cole Eaton in the number 9 spot. DJ Anderson, 6'8" out of Concordia. First pitch is line foul down the left field line. Cole all over that one. Hits it right past the third base coach, Tyler Malone. Mike Lavenier. I say his name different every game, and I think he likes it at first base. 0-1 on Cole. 212 on the season, 11 runs batted in. High fastball, they're thrown behind the runner at first base, but easily back in is Mr. Eli Small. Even count to Cole Dillon, 1 ball and 1 strike. Fireworks tonight, Star Wars night, final home game, and add that to the fact the Potters can clinch a spot in the championship playoffs with a win tonight. A lot going on here tonight at McBean Stadium. 1 ball, 1 strike on Cole Dillon. Down low for a ball, 2-1. Anderson consistently right around 85, 86 with the fastball. And that one a little bit low, so it is 2-1 on Cole. Small with a good lead at first base. Breaking ball stays high, so it's 3-1 now on Dillon. Potters with the very cool Star Wars jerseys tonight. I have to say I approve. And I'll tell you something, Riley the engineer, that Chamiso jersey would look pretty good on you. I'm telling you right now. I'm just saying, Dad's here. He can go make the bid on it. And, you know, there's going to be a jersey auction and everything. 3-1. Chopper foul over the head of Tyler Mullen at third. And past the Mudcat who tried to make a good play. I think that was Dayton Hicks over there, but I'm not really sure. It was 8 or 6. It was 8. 3 balls, 2 strikes on Dillon. 50-50 pot's already at $400. That's pretty good in the second inning. Outside, ball 4. So Dillon works a walk. 2 on, nobody out for the Potters here, and that'll bring up Zach Chamiso, who's hitting at .309. Who has a home run, who's driven in 7 runs, who went to Lincoln High School, who went to Sierra College, who's now committed to San Jose State University. We have all the facts about Zach's life because Riley has done an extensive search in his local library using the computers there. left-hand hitter. Zach's at first base tonight. I'm working as a lost and found here, as a pen is just giving me something they found underneath somewhere, and I'm going to read it. It says, "I love my dad," from Elias. Okay. Well, if you're listening and you know who that is, let me know, because their chain, their little bracelet is up here. Chamiso with a chopper up the middle. That'll get into center field for a hit. Small rounds third. He will score easily. And to try to go to third was Dillon, and he fell down, but the throw behind him was mishandled. So it's an RBI single for Chamiso, his 8th of the season. Dillon stays at second. Not by choice, but he had to after falling down. And the Potters are on the board. It's now 2-1. Still first and second. Still nobody out. And now Cole Eaton will be the hitter. Cole Eaton, who has the most RBIs in the lineup tonight with 25 for the Potters and a home run as well. So Eaton up here, the right-hander against Anderson, with Gargett on deck. Outside for a ball. I think that's a keychain, don't you think, Riley the engineer? We'll give it to Willie and see if he can find who lost that. 1-0. Foul back to the screen. 1 ball and 1 strike on Cole Eaton. Cole also from Elkhorn, Nebraska, but he's University of Tennessee, so a volunteer as opposed to a Wildcat. And we have to say hey to our buddy Dillon from the University of Tennessee, last year's intern, one of the top interns last year. Swing and a miss at a high fastball, 1-2. Potters down 2-1. Runners at first and second. I'd love to at least move them along with this batter, as Gargett is on deck. Good lead at second by Dillon. Line drive right off the glove of Anderson. It bounces off. He's going to have to hurry to throw to first. He's not going to be able to do it, and everybody is safe. First of all, make sure Anderson's okay. That line drive right off his glove, right back at him. Everybody moves up. Its bases loaded. Nobody out, and Caius Gargett, the hitter, and they're going to have the coach come out and check and make sure DJ Anderson's okay, which gives me a great chance to Riley put on the headphones, and we have got to talk about the Star Wars night guests that we have so far. As far as I can tell, there's just 3 guests that we've seen so far. Is that correct?
I think so, yeah. It's
and
only been 3.
And they are troopers?
Yeah, so there's 2 stormtroopers.
Yeah.
They're from your
They're
era.
from my Star Wars.
And then there's a clone trooper that's from the prequels.
Okay, and from what you told me, clone troopers are way better than stormtroopers. Even I have to admit, are very bad shots.
They are. I think
clone troopers are much better.
Yeah, objectively, way better. They actually hit their hits. They hit their shots.
Riley, thank you very much for your Star Wars lore and knowledge. We appreciate it, and we have the bases loaded. Nobody out. Gargett, who fly deep to right field his first time up at the plate. Single for Small, a walk to Dillon, a single by Chamiso, a single by Eaton. And Gargett is the hitter. That is a fastball. That's called a strike. 0-1. No balls, 1 strike on Caius Gargett out of Anderson, Indiana, in the University of Kentucky. Takes that one and is a little bit too high. 1-1. Anderson comes set, 1-1 pitch. Gargett takes on the inside corner, call strike 2, and he cannot believe that one. 1-2. Our track man says a little bit inside. You got to like that fan, Riley. She's got a baby in the pouch in front of her, but she's also got her hands full of hot dogs. So that's a good fan right there. 1-2 to Caius. Fouled off. Down the third base line. Thought it hit him on the foot the way it came out of there, but he took off, so obviously it didn't, but it was foul anyway. He had to protect himself after that strike 2 call. He was not really confident that he knew the strike zone anymore, so he took a cut at that one. Hassani Johnson is on deck. Big hitter early on in this game, as the Potters have put 3 hits and a walk together. They've scored once. They've cut the deficit in half. It's 2-1. And now Gargett up here with no outs. That's high for a ball. 2-2. Fans just getting, you can see, even in the second inning, they're coming back from the vendors and everything. They're kind of settling in. They've got their food, they got their drink, they're ready to go. Swing and a miss, the ball gets away. Coming in from third, Dillon, the throw is not going to get him, and the Potters will tie it. Gargett is out because Spurts was occupied, so he strikes out, but it's a wild pitch, and Dillon will score to give the Potters their second run. Moving to second and third are Chamiso and Eaton, respectively. So with 1 out now and Hassani Johnson at the plate, the Potters have tied this up, have a real good chance to go ahead in this ball game early on. Johnson hit a sharp grounder to first base, which Carson made a really nice play on and tossed it to Anderson covering back in the first. So he is 0 for 1 in this one. He's hitting .370. Chamiso down now at third and Eaton at second. Hassani swings and fouls it off. The fastball from Anderson right at 86 miles an hour. 0-1. Johnson out of Elk Grove, California, Franklin High School. Hits it well to right center field. Going after it is Rook. He will make the catch, tagging at third, and scoring is Zach Chamiso, and the Potters will take the lead 3-2. Really fine play by Rook out in center field. That ball was hit very well. Johnson picks up the RBI, his 6th. Chamiso scores. The Potters take the lead. Moving to third is Cole Eaton. And here's Luke Mancy. And that's important to move to third. A lot of pass balls, a lot of wild pitches in these games. So being 90 feet closer, very important with 2 outs. And here's Mancy, who was hit by a pitch his first time up. And Luke, .325 with a home run and 14 runs batted in. That one is in the dirt. Nice block behind the plate by Mendocini. That could have been that wild pitch we talked about. But it's 1-0 now on Luke Mancy out of the University of New Mexico, Jamul, California, down near San Diego. That's what I'm told. Mancy hits a sharp grounder into the hole into left field for a base hit. Another RBI for Luke Mancy, another hit for Luke. RBI number 15, that's a big run. Potters have scored 4 times here in the inning, and they lead it 4-2. Hit number 4 in the inning, and Will Lindbergh will be the hitter. Mancy coming off 5 straight 2-hit games, has 1 hit and has been hit, but I don't think that counts. So he's at first base with 2 outs, and here's Will Lindbergh, who got a base on balls his first time up. Will takes inside for a ball, 1-0. Activity in the bullpen for the Mudcats, a right-hander up there throwing. We'll check on that identity and get it to you as soon as we can. Eli Blurton is the pitcher. 1-0 to Lindbergh. Will hits a chopper out towards second base. Nicely played at second. Goes the short way to the shortstop, into Licata makes the play. The Potters score 4 times. We go to the third. They lead at 4-2.
When it comes to your home's maintenance and repairs, Jeffers Resource Group has you covered. Our handyman services offer a comprehensive range of expertise, from minor carpentry to drywall, electrical and flooring for property managers, landlords, and renters alike. We ensure that every job is completed to the highest standards, so you can have peace of mind. Contact us today to discover how Jeffers Resource Group can help keep your home in top shape.
Top of the third, new ball game for the Potters. They lead it 4-2. It'll be Ansel Carson, Austin Mendocini, and Connor Ross against Anthony Martinez, who now has the lead for the first time tonight. He's been through 2 innings. He's given up 2 runs on 1 hit. He has walked 1, he has hit 1, and he has struck out 1. And he will face Ansel Carson, who got a base on balls back in the first inning. Third baseman. Actually, he is the first baseman tonight. He was third last night, moved over. 1 for 4 last night out of St. Mary's College, Ansel Carson. See if Martinez can do the shutdown inning here in the top of the third inning, as his team has given him a 4-2 lead, and his first pitch is outside. Anthony about 87, 88 with the fastball so far. Breaking ball, that's in there with a strike to tie, even up the count. 1 ball and 1 strike. I don't see our Star Wars guys. They're probably back taking pictures on the concourse, Riley. Hopefully the clone trooper guy's getting all the attention. 1-1 pitch, another breaking ball. That catches the outside corner. 1-2 on Carson, who kind of thought about that one. I didn't quite agree with that assessment, but it is 1-2 nonetheless. That's lined out toward shortstop and handled by Johnson. He dropped it, picked it up, threw to first, and I think he's safe at first base. Johnson had it, and it came out of his glove. There's a lot of spin on that ball coming off the bat of the left-hand hitting Carson. And he is at first base with nobody out. So Austin Mendocini will be the hitter. He struck out back in the first inning. Just a weird play there as a little slicing line drive that I thought Johnson had, and he dropped it. Mendocini shows bunt. He bunts it. Third baseman's going to pick it up. That is Mancy over to first for the out. So it's a good sacrifice for Mendocini. And that puts the runner in scoring position for Connor Ross, who singled in a run his first time up. His 27th run batted in the season out of Cal Baptist University. Connor came in at 385 and had that RBI single in the first. Hit that one to right field off of Martinez. Mendocini with a perfectly executed sacrifice. Hunter Graham on deck. Breaking ball misses the outside corner, 1-0. Jordan Georgeson, for some reason, insinuates himself in front of our broadcast area just because he says he can. He's still upset about not being able to go to Paris with Gold Country Media. Sorry about that, Jordan. I know they sent a bunch of people to cover the Olympic Games, and you just didn't make the cut. You haven't been there long enough. Sorry. Don't have an unlimited budget. They can't take everybody. 1-0 coming up to Ross. Another breaking ball, another ball, 2-0. No reason for sour grapes. Sorry. Not all of us can go to the Olympics like I did once, okay? Of course, it was only Atlanta, so it wasn't like I didn't get to go to Paris or anything. 2 balls, no strikes. Fastball isn't there for a strike. Martinez at 87, 2-1, and Ross did not really agree with that assessment. 2-1. Grassy Knoll is really heavily populated tonight. 2-1 pitch. Ross takes outside, 3-1. I mean, it just seems like people gravitated out toward there now. I don't know that you can watch the fireworks from there or not. But it's a very popular spot, especially on fireworks. Now Jordan's gone behind the plate. Riley, can you tell this guy to calm down a little bit? 3-1 pitch to Ross. Swung on and fouled off to the right side off the screen, so it's 3-2. Intern here about 4 years ago, Jordan Georgeson. Then all of a sudden, we urged him, Stones and I urged him, hey, you got a chance to go right for the Go Country for Auburn Journal and stuff. Go ahead and give it a shot. Go ahead, because he was writing recaps and stuff, and he took it, and now he's just parlayed it. He's the foremost cover of high school sports in Placer County, Mr. Jordan Georgeson. Here's the 3-2. Ross hits it high up in the air to center field, and Eaton comes in. Now it's going to be shorter than that. I thought it was farther, but Johnson makes the play. That was a real nice breaking ball from Martinez. They got in on the hands of Ross at the last minute. Connor pulled the trigger and popped it up to what I'll call very short center field, which is shortstop. 2 outs, and Hunter Graham, who had a deep sacrifice fly his first time up out of University of San Francisco, picked up RBI number 4 with that sacrifice fly in the first inning. He's up here now with a runner at second base and 2 outs in the third. Breaking ball high and inside, 1-0 on Graham. He's followed by Everett Johnson. Graham hitting 143 coming in with 3 runs batted in, which is now 4. He's out in right field for the Solano Mudcats. Fastball is swung on and missed. 88 from Martinez, and Hunter was not cheated. He took a Logan Bell-like cut at that one, and unfortunately had the same results as Logan did last night. Talking to his dad tonight, he was very proud of his son, ? Swing and a miss, breaking ball, 1-2. Did not get cheated is, I believe, the term that Dad used. What a delightful family. We lucky enough to have them a couple of summers, and they made 3 or 4 trips out here from the Midwest. 1-2 coming up. Breaking balls hit high up in the air to center field. Eaton was coming in. Now he's going to have to go back, tracking it, and making the catch again. Hunter Graham hit the ball very well to center field, but he is retired for the third out. We go to the bottom of the third. Potters on top, 4-2.
American River College is a top-tier community college sports program that provides student athletes with the opportunity to thrive both athletically and academically. ARC Athletics is currently ranked 5th in the state and 2nd in Northern California. With over 19 sports programs, our athletes compete with the region's best athletes. Our diverse and dedicated coaching staff helps athletes develop the skills necessary to compete at the next level. Start your community college athletics journey with us. American River College, Sacramento's best athletic program. Go Beavers.
Bottom of inning number 3. Potters on top, 4-2. DJ Anderson out on the mound for the Mudcats out of Concordia University. He'll face Trey Furry, Eli Small, and Cole Dillon here in the bottom of the third. Potters with 4 in the second. RBIs for Johnson, Mancy, and Chamiso, and 1 scored on a wild pitch. That was Cole Dillon. So here's Trey Furry, who grounded out to third base. Memorable because most of his bat also went to third base, and Riley, the engineer, was tracking the bat. He thought it was the ball, and he tracking the bat. So well done, Riley. So here's Trey, hitting 300 coming in. Swings and misses at that breaking ball. Make that 292 coming in for Trey. Home run, 6 runs batted in. Had 2 last night. Dropped a 2-run double in front of the center fielder in that one. Hits it on a hop out to second base, picked up by Indelicato. He'll go to first for the out. So 1 out here in the third, and that'll bring up Eli Small, who singled back in the second. He started that 4-run rally for the Potters. Eli over 300 at 303 coming in, was 2 for 4 last night. Has 14 runs batted in, hasn't got a home run yet. That is in there for a call strike, 0-1. Eli out of Elkhorn, Nebraska. Chops that one foul off the screen on the right side. So it's 0-2 quickly on Eli Small with Cole Dillon to follow. Oh, Willie's playing some weird Star Wars music. Kind of more for my Star Wars than your Star Wars, Riley. Eli hits that one out into left center field. Mosshart comes over. He's got plenty of room and makes the catch in left center for the second out. So 2 quick outs for DJ Anderson here in the bottom of the third. That'll bring up Cole Dillon, who walked and scored back in the second. Cole was 1 for 4 last night, drove in a run, hitting .212 with a home run and 11 runs batted in. He hails from Rockwall, Texas, hanging out in Lincoln for the summer. Anderson working from the stretch, 2 outs here in the third. Dillon takes a strike. Sometimes that umpire, when he signals strike, it acts like he's surprised. He's like, whoa, strike. Like he's been startled a little bit, like he was napping or something. 0-1. Outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Zach Chamiso on deck. Zach delivered the RBI single back in the second inning, so he's 1 for 1 tonight. The local hero. High fastball. 2-1 now on Cole Dillon. 2 in the first for the Mudcats, 4 in the second for the Potters. They're trying to win their way into the championship series against the Hillsburg Prune Packers. With a win tonight, they could do so, and will host a game next week. Outside and low, 3-1 on Dillon. So 1 more home game. West Coast World Series starts, I believe, next Saturday. We will be carrying all the games on live stream. We will be commentating only on the Potters and then the championship games. Potters, I believe, open up Saturday night 6:30, so we will be on the air then. But you can check in on our Stones Broadcast Network or Lincoln Potters Baseball live stream. 3-1 pitch is fouled off anytime during the West Coast World Series. And I want to take this opportunity to thank everybody who's checked in on Lincoln Potters Baseball YouTube or Stones Broadcast Network YouTube. Unprecedented numbers of views this year. 8 more games than last year, but we're going to more than double the amount of views we had. So thank you, everybody, for checking in. I know there's people up in Medford and Humboldt who were checking us out during those series, so we appreciate that. West Coast Kings had great viewership. Solano Mudcats as well. Also Athletic Edge Express. Chico Nuts and everybody. There's a fly to left field, medium deep. Mosshart's got room. He'll make the catch for the third out. So Potters go quietly 1-2-3 in the third. We go to the fourth. They lead at 4-2. Top of inning number 4. Anthony Martinez on the mound with a 4-2 lead. He will face Everett Johnson, then Braden Delicato, and Tyler Crudo. 6, 7, and 8 hitters for the Mudcats. A 1-2-3 inning for DJ Anderson. Potters scoring all 4 of their runs in the second inning. Star Wars night and fireworks tonight. And Stones McCoy, who's been out here 7 years, says he's never seen it as busy as tonight. They're just people, it's a packed house, but there's just people moving around, throngs of people just moving around from place to place. Everybody heading out to the Brick and Barrel Backyard Beer Garden, which might have been more busy yesterday when there was 5 dueling dog batters out of 7 innings. Martinez finishing up his warm-up tosses. The 50-50 raffle guys who lucked out and got tonight are probably doing very well. As about as many people as you can get in here are in here for tonight's final game, and probably didn't know that it was going to be a chance for the Potters to actually clinch their way into the league playoffs, but that is the case. And here is Everett Johnson, who entered Fielder's Choice his first time up. Out of UC Davis. Hit a ground ball out to shortstop back in the first inning. Forced out Connor Ross at second base. So here's Johnson leading off the top of the 4th. Fastball in there for a strike. 88 again from Anthony Martinez, the right-hander out of Sierra College. And Carmichael, California, looking for his 6th win of the summer season. That fastball misses outside. 1-1. Adon Perez finished up last night. He got the win, went 5-1. Got the ERA down under 3, so very impressive outside. And as we said, his last 2 games, Don Perez in 2 games the Potters had to win in league play. 12 innings, 5 hits, no runs, 18 strikeouts. So just a great performance by Perez, the right-hander. 2-1 pitches fouled off, make it 2-2. Martinez, as we said, 5-0, 327 coming in. 28 strikeouts, 14 walks, 27 hits in 33 innings. 2-2 to Johnson. Hit sharply to the right of shortstop. Johnson with a great jump over to first base. What a play, Hassani Johnson. Just maybe the best infield play we've seen all year. A dive to his right. He gets up, throws right away, right on the money to Chimiso. And Everett Johnson is retired on a hard luck play for Everett Johnson. He probably was putting that in the hit column already. But Hassani said, not so fast, Johnson to Johnson. It's Johnson on Johnson crime is what it is. And that'll bring up Braden Delicato, who flied to center his first time up. Medium deep center field. One out here in the 4th. And Delicato at 200 on the season. Braden out of Biola University. He hits it out to Hassani, but that's a little slower, and Hassani's going to throw it to first and get him by a step. Had to come in on that slow grounder. Retired him nonetheless. 2 outs here in the 4th, and Tyler Crudo, the shortstop, who was hit by a pitch his first time up, will be the hitter out of Sonoma State University. Hits it at a 222 clip this summer with 9 runs batted in. 0 for 3 in last night's game, won by the Potters 13-1. Crowd still kind of buzzing from that Hassani Johnson first play he made. Breaking ball misses inside. 1-0. Another breaking ball that catches the outside corner. Crudo held off on that one, but it's 1 ball and 1 strike now on Tyler. Another breaking ball. That must be a little bit low. 2-1. Yes, it was. 2 balls, 1 strike. 2 outs here in the 4th inning. Holden Rook on deck. Fastball catches the outside. 2-2. So 2-2 now on Crudo. That fastball outside and goes all the way back to the backstop. So they tried to break that one off, did Martinez, and it's a full count now on Crudo, who very helpfully picks the ball up and hands it back to the umpire. And the umpire checks it out like you would a fine diamond and says, I'm going to keep this one. Fastball call, strike 3. Nice inning from Martinez. After 3.5, Potters lead this one 4-2, and we're not going to go off because I want to talk to a very special young man. His name is Carson. He is an intern. And Carson, first of all, welcome back to the broadcast. You want to put the microphone in front of your face, saying you haven't learned anything all summer long. As you know, we've been doing intern rankings all summer, Carson. You've been on top of the intern rankings all summer. So I think it's time to tell you that I think what I've done is I've wussed out. And instead of naming one intern winner, I'm going to split it up into different categories. And I am very pleased, Carson, to inform you that you are the Press Box Intern of the Year
for
2024. So congratulations, son. Fine job.
Thank you so much.
Tell me a little bit about your experience, what you were expecting when you got out here, and what it turned out to be.
I really didn't know what to expect when I first showed up. I was recommended to apply from one of my friend's dads, and I jumped at the opportunity because I think continuing doing baseball stats is something I want to do once I leave college.
Oh, awesome. Okay.
And I've just had a blast this whole summer. I think all the interns really mesh really well. Like, we all have a great time. We hang out outside of.
Yeah, it's a great group of interns. I mean, we'll be talking about some of the other ones through today. So when you came out here, now you've done the TrackMan mostly the entire season. Is that okay with you that you've kind of been fixated on one thing? Would you like to try a couple of different things, or has it worked out pretty well for you?
I applied hoping to be able to play with all the TrackMan
Oh,
stuff.
okay, so that's pretty awesome then.
Yeah.
And has it turned out to be as cool as you thought it was going to be?
Oh, I'm loving it. It's so much fun to just sink my teeth into all the nerdy stats and stuff.
Well, I know you probably have a lot of memories. I think the memory that we all have of this summer is how much we don't like Jason. Is that pretty much what we're going to say? But I mean, you mentioned that you guys all get together, and we'll close out in a second. You all get in there, but it does seem like you guys have a really good camaraderie, and that's not always the case with interns.
Yeah, I think talking to Nolan and Matt, they love just how well we get together and hang out.
Well, Carson, it's a pleasure as we watch Chamiso ground out to second base, and Delicado will throw him out of first base. So it's a pleasure working with you all summer long. Good luck in the future. It's really nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, too.
Carson is our Press Box Intern of the Year. Congratulations to Carson Morton. And he'll go back now and do some TrackMan stuff. And I did not know that's what he wanted to do, and now the fact that he got to do it all summer, pretty cool, huh, Riley? Riley's like, I don't want to do anything. Can you just leave me alone? Chamiso grounds out to second for the first out here in the fourth, and that'll bring up Cole Eaton. Cole with a single his first time up off the glove of DJ Anderson. He lines it right past Anderson into center field for a base hit. So Cole has found what he wants to do. Came in at 260, and he is 2 for 2. And that'll bring up Caius Gargett, who has flied to right and struck out. 0 for 2 for Caius, which is memorable because he's hitting 444 for the season here for the Potters out of Anderson, Indiana. Riley, mammoth shaved ice check down in the right behind home plate. I know you like. Oh, he's not blocking it. There you go. Look at that. Multicolored mammoth shaved ice. Fantastic. Here's Gargett with Eaton at first. Cole likes to run. I'm just going to say that about him, and I'm going to go out on a limb here. Anderson to the plate. Gargett fouls it off. 0-1. So Carson Morton, our Press Box Intern of the Year. Well, I think well-deserved. He was in the number one spot for most of the season. He did not come out of the press box, really, so you kind of got to make a special, genre, a special category, because there's different jobs that interns do. You can't just do one thing. High fly ball left field. That'll go out of play out toward the grassy knoll area. They're all waiting out there to get it, and they didn't get it. So 0-2 on Caius. University of Kentucky. Asani Johnson will follow him in the order. Eaton at first base, and I know Cole's itching to go. Anderson has a pretty quick delivery to the plate, and now he fakes throwing it to first base, which was pretty effective as going back head first is Cole Eaton. Perfect night for baseball out here, son, no problem. Gargett takes a fastball. It's outside. Anderson right there at 87, actually a little higher than he's been throwing. But he missed that one outside, so it's 1-2 on Caius Gargett. Potters lead 4-2. We're in the bottom of the fourth inning, one out, and Eaton down at first base. Breaking ball swung on and missed, and that is strike 3 on Gargett. So he is down for the second straight time on strikes. 0 for 3 for Caius tonight, and Hassani Johnson, who's grounded sharply to first base and hit a sacrifice fly to center field on a good play by Holden Rook, as the ball could have got into right center field. Hassani coming up here, batting .370 with now 6 runs batted in. Left-handed hitter playing at shortstop, just made the brilliant play out there in the top of the inning. Inside for a ball, 1-0. No, Cole Eaton wants to take up. I think Anderson is doing a good job of keeping him close over at first base, not letting him get the jump that he wants to get. So it's 1-0 on Hassani Johnson with Luke Mancy to follow. Down in the dirt. Good play behind the plate by Mendocini. Thought about throwing down to first base, decides not to. 2-0 on Johnson. Sonny, no home runs, 5 runs batted in. I said now 6, but maybe think about hitting it out of here. Maybe. There goes the runner. Fake bunt. The throw is going to be on a hop to second and not in time. Eaton's in there for the stolen base. It took him a little longer than I thought, but I knew Cole wanted to go. The pitch, I believe, was called a strike, so it is 2-1 on Johnson now. On a hop to second by Mendocini. He got down there pretty quickly, but Cole just had a pretty good jump on that one. He's in scoring position now for Johnson. 2 balls and 1 strike. Hassani chops it down the first base line. That is a fair ball, and it's off the glove of the first baseman into right field. Here comes around to third to score. Eaton, and the ball gets away, and Johnson's going to go to second. So the Potters score their 5th run on a very odd play. I think we'll have to call it an infield single for Johnson. And scoring is Eaton. Potters on top now 5-2. Johnson took advantage of the ball squirting away after it got away at first from Carson, who tried to short hop. A very difficult play, a big hopper he had to short hop. It got away and then got away again. And that'll bring up Mancy, who was hit by a pitch and singled. Luke pops it up. Going out center field, coming in is Rook, and he'll make the catch. So the Potters score once in the 4th. We go to the 5th. They lead it 5-2.
This job is the Esplanade Turkey Creek phases 4 and 5. Our scope of work for this project is full scope, so we've got all the underground, all the joint trench, and all the topside included with it.
We're putting in sewer pipe, manholes. We're not doing services yet. We go through and do all the main line, and then we come back and do all the services after that. I would say this project right here, the one we're working on, is probably about a 2-month project. It's very costly to the developer, so beating the schedule is very important, more important than most projects. It's got a lot of groundwater, so we've got an extensive groundwater pump system in place. It's just cool to be a part of the built environment and know that for the next 100 years that people are going to use and enjoy what we've created here today.
I'm Bill Spear, North Valley president of 5 Star Bank. In a time when business can feel so uncertain, we're here for you every step of the way.
I know they have a lot of bells and whistles within their bank, but just the relationship piece here locally on the business side is huge for us.
5 Star treats us like we're number 1. They're right there with suggestions, with help. So I have to bank with people that have our mission in mind.
We're 5 Star Bank. How can we help you?
Top of inning number 5 from McBean Stadium. Mark the Phantom Low here with you. Riley the engineer to my left. And the Potters have a 5-2 lead now. And Anthony Martinez out on the mound. He'll take on Holden Rook. Then the top of the order, Alex Mosshart and Ansel Carson. Rook popped out to second base his first time up, so he is 0 for 1. He's the Dueling Dogs batter, so Willie's going to be trying to get people to cheer for him to strike out, because if he does, half off Dueling Dogs for the remainder of the inning. With a crowd like that, that should make a big difference. Rook takes a high fastball, so it's 1-0. 2 strikeouts so far for Martinez. He has hit 1. He has walked 1. That's a chopper over the mound. Second baseman going to pick it up. Nice play out there at second, and over to first, not in time. Gargett with a good play. His throw to first a little bit high and beat out by Holden Rook, so he gets himself a single. Third hit of the day for the Mudcats, and sets the table for the top of the order, Alex Mossart, who was singled and grounded to second. Tough play up the middle by Gargett. He had to go to his right, get it on the big hop, and then throw it right away. The throw a little bit too high, and Rook beats it out. So Mossart at 267 with 3 runs batted in. 2 for 4 last night. There goes the runner. The pitch is a strike, and the throw to second base is going to be too late. So a tremendous jump by Holden Rook at first base to get down to second. 0-1 count on Mossart, but he just had the great jump, and he was gone. Good throw from Dillon, but not in time. Swing and a miss at a fastball, and Rook could have easily took off for third on that one. He decided not to. It's different when you're the runner at second base because you're in the batter's eye line too. So if you do a lot of moving around, it could affect him picking up the ball out of the pitcher's hand. Ansel Carson on deck for the Solano Mudcats, who come in at 14-18 and 9-14 in conference play. There's Rook again bouncing. Breaking ball, misses, bounces out of the glove of the catcher, but Rook is going to stay at second base. So it's 1-2. Sonny Johnson comes in to talk to Anthony Martinez, maybe talking about the runner at second base, maybe setting up a pickoff play at second base. And we are ready to go. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Mossart. (5-2) Potters, top of the 5th. Last regular season home game of the summer. Trying to play for the right to host a playoff game against the Prune Packers next week. 1-2 pitch is inside. A little bit low as well. 2-2. Manti at third, Johnson at short, Gargett is at second, Chamiso at first for the Potters defensively. 2-2 pitch swung on and missed. Low fastball right there, little below the strike zone, but they got the strike out. Third of the game for Anthony Martinez. And it will bring up Ansel Carson, who walked and singled. Carson out of St. Mary's High School or St. Mary's College, walked in the first and then singled in the third, came in at 228. He's got a runner at second base, but now 1 out, and Austin Menacini out on deck. They're going to try the pickoff play, a little bit belated there as Rook was bluffing off, but Johnson kind of needed to sneak in behind the guy. It kind of was not a very good sneak. They're kind of chatting about it now, it looks like. Carson takes a fastball outside. 1-0. 88 from Anthony Martinez on that one, as he is paying a lot of attention to Rook dancing around at second base. (1-0) pitch coming. There goes Rook. Throw down to third is not going to be in time, and Rook steals third. So he was dancing around for a while there, and he got the good jump he wanted. It's a 2-0 count on Carson as that ball was high. Good throw by Dillon to third base, just not in time. And now the third Mudcat run, only 90 feet away, with one out here in the fifth. And Anthony Martinez will have to turn his attention to Ansel Carson. Breaking ball's lifted out toward third, picked off by Mancy on a very odd pop-up by Carson there. Looked like it was going to be a Sonny Johnson, but Mancy comes in and gets it. So 2 outs, and Austin Mendocini will be the hitter. Austin has struck out and laid down a perfect sacrifice bunt, so he is 0 for 1 in this one. Still 90 feet away is Hunter Rook. Fastball a little bit too high. 1-0. Connor Ross is on deck. Wind blowing out a little bit toward left field tonight. Mendocini, kind of a check swing held up. It's 2-0. You don't want to put another runner on in front of Connor Ross, who has 4 home runs on the summer. Breaking ball misses outside. 3 balls and no strikes. Dillon's going to go out and talk to Anthony Martinez. Two outs in the top of the 5th inning. Ball comes out of the bullpen. Riley, who's warming up in the bullpen? Why am I not apprised of who that is in the bullpen? Oh, it's probably the same guy it was before. It was probably Eli Blurton. You already told me about that guy. So what am I talking about? I'm trying to make you look bad. I'm sorry. That's just me. Trying to lift myself up by making others look bad. 3 balls, no strikes on Mendocini out of Johnson University. Misses outside, ball 4. So 2 on for Connor Ross at 385. He singled in a run back in the first, popped out to short in the 3rd inning. But he's got home run power with 4 on the summer and 27 runs batted in. So not the kind of guy you want to have up with 2 outs. Maybe the only guy in the Mudcats lineup who's demonstrated consistently he's got the power to get one out of here. 1 for 5 last night. Pops that one off on a foul ball. 86 miles an hour from Martinez. 0-1. There's Don from the parking lot Potters. He made a late arrival here. Now he's greeting everybody like the royal person that he is. Like well-wishers and everything. Everybody's looking out, holding babies out for him to kiss and stuff like that. 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball, swung on a miss. Good pitch by Martinez. He's got a head 0-2. Now he's figuring out how to work Connor Ross with an 0-2 count. Just seems to be people coming out of the bounce house, just like coming out and walking out to the grassy knoll. There must be thousands of people out on the grassy knoll. It's kind of like a day on the green back in the day, right, Riley? Like you remember that. 0-2. Grounded out towards shortstop. Hassani Johnson, big hop, flips it to second for the out. Martinez gets out of it. No runs, 1 hit, 2 left. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th. Potters on top 5-2, but we're going to stay here and we're going to talk to a young lady named Lauren, another one of the Potters interns this summer. And Lauren, welcome back to the show. I know you've been on before. You've done a great job, so I'm glad you were able to make it back. I just want to tell you, we've been doing our rankings all summer long. You've been up and near the top of those rankings all summer. Now, I know you know that we gave Carson the Press Box Intern of the Year, but I think we have to say that we had to kind of split it up because there's too many good interns and not enough categories. So I'm going to say the Field Intern of the Year is you, Lauren. So congratulations.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much.
Well, you've earned it. I mean, you've earned it this year. You've done a lot of hard work out there. You were on the field. You've been in the booth. Which one do you like best, booth or field?
Ooh, I don't know. I like a good mix. I like to bounce around so that way I'm not doing the same thing.
You like to
every
act
game.
like you're like indispensable, right? So Carson said you guys had a really tight-knit group of interns. Is he making that up, or is it true?
No, we all get along really well. Like last night after the game, we all went to In-N-Out. We were there for like
Nice.
30 minutes. It's a
So
good time.
are you getting what was your idea of what an intern job was going to be here before the season?
I mean, I figured I'd just do whatever Matt and Nolan told me to do.
That's a dangerous way to look at things, but that's probably why you're such an important intern and why you were up near the top of the intern rankings all season long. Lauren, it's been a pleasure getting to know you a little bit this summer. Congratulations and best of luck going forward for you.
Thank you so much.
All right, that's Lauren. She is our field intern of the year, and well deserved, by the way, I might say. Our press box intern is Carson, and our new pitcher, I think, Riley, unless you tell me differently, I think it's going to be Eli Blurton, number 5. And it definitely is. Eli is out of Umpqua Community College. So it's been a long, very contentious intern battle all season long. And to come out with Carson and Lauren on top, I think that's probably a pretty good result, wouldn't you say? Thank you, Riley, for that response. We'll look up Eli Blurton here as he comes out here. He's down 5-2 in the bottom of the 5th inning. Potters will send up Will Lindbergh, Trey Furry, and Eli Small against Eli Blurton, trying to expand on that 5-2 lead and get them into that playoff series, the first ever playoff series in the Pacific Empire League. Eli, this is his 6th appearance, 9 innings, 5 hits, 12 strikeouts, 7 walks. He is 1-0 with a 3 ERA. So Eli's been very effective in limited appearances here, and he'll face Will Lindbergh, who's walked and hit into a fielder's choice. That's inside, to say the least, to Will. He got it out of the way somehow. And a 90-mile-an-hour fastball that barely missed him, so he is 1 ball and no strikes. That one is right down the middle. Stones McCoy now making his, he hasn't really helped out in the booth at all. He's just out in the stands talking to fans. Now he's got Mrs. Stones McCoy, and they're just talking to people. Inside fastball, 2-1. He's talking to Logan Bell's dad. So there you go. Well, it's a convivial night out here at McBean Stadium, a full house for fireworks, for Star Wars, for hopefully clinching a playoff berth, 3-1 for the Potters. They need to win one of the next 2 games, either tonight or tomorrow at Solano, to make it to the PEL, first ever PEL Championship Series against the Healdsburg Prune Packers, who finished first during the regular season. Ball 4 to Will Lindbergh. So he'll go down to first base with nobody out, and Trey Furry will be the hitter. Trey has grounded to third, and he's grounded to second. Wearing number 7 in the Star Wars jerseys, which are auctioned off after the game. He's got Lindbergh at first and nobody out. No activity as far as I can tell in the Potters bullpen, but it's so crowded out there you can't. I think they sold seats out there today, outside, on Furry 1-0. I wouldn't be surprised if some enterprising Potter decided to sell his seat on the bench or something for a couple of bucks. I'm not saying you should, Riley. I'm not saying you should. I got Stones McCoy taking pictures of people. What is going on? Have we totally lost it? Line drive right field. It's down in front of the right fielder. Bounces off his leg. That's Hunter Graham. And great job of base running by Lindbergh. Makes it all the way to third base. So Furry delivers a single. Didn't look like Graham saw it right away on the line drive. And Lindbergh, playing it as a base hit all the way, makes it around to third. So it's first and third. That's hit number 7 for the Potters. And now Eli Small comes to the plate. He's singled and he's flied to left. Has Eli Small. Furry has been known to run. He is a renowned base stealer, so he's at first base with the runner over at third. The first pitch is behind him, and Furry doesn't need to steal. He'll just go down to second base on what can be categorized as a wild pitch. And the umpire is, I don't know what the umpire is doing, but they're going to say Eli was hit by the pitch, I think. and he'll go down to first base, and he's not happy. So a walk, a single, and a hit batter. The bases are loaded, and it'll bring up Cole Dillon. He has walked, and he's flied to left tonight. Willie Preston has to make the announcement. The nachos, because they run out of nachos, but the nachos are going to be back up in 10 minutes. So sometimes when you're the PA guy, you got to make very important announcements. Sometimes you got to make really important announcements, like the nachos are going to be back. Because there's nothing like a disappointed capacity crowd that doesn't have any nachos. I know you can realize, you can probably feel that, Riley, since you've been known to like to consume some items at a baseball game on occasion. If they didn't have like the quesadillas, you don't like it when they're not there. Outside breaking ball, 1-0. You can totally identify with people that can't get their nachos. 1-0 now on Cole Dillon. He's got 11 runs batted in. He got one last night in the Padres' 13-1 win. Trying to break it open here in the bottom of the fifth. Fastball catches the outside corner, and it is 1 ball and 1 strike. Zach Chamiso on deck. Lincoln product. That's way outside, gets away. Coming down from third is Lindbergh. He's going to slide. He's in there. Scores on the wild pitch, and barely scored on a wild pitch because he came in with his foot up when he slid across the plate and almost was tagged out. But he'll score for the 6th run for the Potters. And Cole Dillon now with a 1 ball, 1 strike count. Furry now over at third. Eli Small motors into second. 2-1 now on Cole Dillon. Takes ball 3. Mudcats getting somebody up right away, just getting started throwing down there. Another right-hander. As Barton has come in and walked a batter, given up a hit and then hit a batter, and now throwing the wild pitch to allow Lindbergh to score from third. Outside, ball 4, so Dillon will get the base on balls. Dylan Trammell warming up in the pen out of Solano Community College. So the bases are loaded, nobody out. They're going to have a meeting at the mound. I sense that maybe we'll see if taking the slow walk out there, the Mudcats manager. Padres have scored once. And Zach Chamiso, who had an RBI single back in the 2nd inning and grounded out to second in the 4th inning, come up here with the bases loaded and nobody out. Padres have scored once. Dearly love to put this one away here in the 5th inning. Anthony Martinez has thrown 5 innings, given up 2 runs on 3 hits. Both runs back in the 1st inning. Since the 1st inning, he's given up just 2 hits in the next 4 and struck out 2. So Blurton is going to stay out there with the bases loaded and Chamiso coming up to the plate. Zach came into the game at 3:09 with a home run and 7 runs batted in, so make that 8 after his single in the 2nd inning. And that hits him right on the right hip. So he got a very painful RBI there. Not the way Zach probably would have wanted to. And that'll bring up Cole Eaton. And I got to feel like as soon as Dylan Trammell feels like he's ready, that the call will be made to the bullpen as Cole Eaton steps in. And Cole with a very hot night. It was 2 for 2 tonight. Both of those off of Anderson, who went the first 4 innings. Outside for a ball. One ball, no strikes. Spotters leading this one 7-2 now. High fly ball left field, short left field. Mossart has it. The tag is made at third base. The throw is going to come to the plate. It's cut off. It is a sacrifice fly for Dillon. Is scoring is Eli Small, and the Potters put another one up on the board. They lead it 8-2. RBI is Cole Eatons. His 26th of the season. Staying at second base is Dillon. At first is Chamiso, and that'll bring up Caius Gargett, who's got a couple of strikeouts tonight, and he is 0 for 3, and for a guy hitting over 440 coming in, that is not familiar territory. Potters on top now 8-2. Gargett is hit by the pitch, I believe, and he's looking out at the pitcher, and I think we need to get a new pitcher out here. That is the third hit batter, and one's okay, two, but three is getting to be kind of a habit, so we're going to have a pitching change. We'll have a new pitcher for you when we come back. Right now we are in the bottom of the fifth inning. Potters on top 8-2.
Situated on the corner of Lincoln Boulevard and 5th Street, this iconic building has been the home to several hotels over the decades, the most famous and longest running of which was the Lincoln Inn. Having undergone several renovations and architectural changes, this building is the current home of Old Town Pizza, which boasts not one but 2 floors for your dining enjoyment, including open-air seating on the roof. Stop in for a slice today. Or stop by the Lincoln Museum to see the 300-pound cash register that used to adorn the front desk of the Lincoln Inn. For more great history, visit the Lincoln Area Archives Museum and, by appointment only, take their free walking tour of historic downtown Lincoln.
Astro Air Design Incorporated, where you feel the difference. We are a locally owned and operated heating, air conditioning, and custom sheet metal company committed to the highest quality of craftsmanship at a competitive price. Our trained and certified technicians have the knowledge and experience required to install, maintain, or repair your home comfort solutions. Our upfront pricing gives you the peace of mind because you know your price is locked in. Call Astro Air Design Incorporated today.
Here in Michigan, we do more than just survive the winter. We thrive during it. You simply can't keep us away from what we love most: great times and amazing beer. The snow transforms the landscape and lays the path for adventures yet to be had. Trails ready to be explored, and freshly groomed hills ready for the first run of the day. And later, as the sun descends, it's time to unwind with great conversation and even better friends. Experience a taste of Michigan winter with Founders Brewing Company, born and brewed in Michigan.
New pitcher for the Solano Mudcats is going to be Dylan Trammell out of Solano Community College. Dylan is making his 8th appearance of the season. He has 16 innings, 12 hits, 13 strikeouts, and 6 walks. He is 1-0 with a 4.50 earned run average, and he'll face Asani Johnson with the bases loaded. We've got Gargett at first. We've got Chamiso at second. We've got Dylan at third. 3 runs already in for the Potters on just a single hit in the inning. 3 hit batters and 2 walks around a single by Trey Furry. So here's Asani Johnson, who has a couple of RBIs, grounded out. He's hit a sacrifice fly, and he's singled in a run back in the 4th. Left-handed hitter out of Elk Grove, California, comes up here with a 1 out. First pitch misses outside. 1 ball and no strikes to Asani out of University of Louisiana Monroe. 7 runs batted in on the season, came in at 370. So obviously a solid summer. Takes that one away, low and away, and it gets away from the catcher, and coming in and scoring is Cole Dillon. Fourth run of the inning for the Potters, still with just a single hit. And a 2-0 count on Sonny Johnson. Popped it up. Called by the first baseman. Now the second baseman, Delicato, is going to call off the first baseman and make the catch for the out. So 2 outs, and the ninth hitter in the inning is Luke Mancy, who has been hit by a pitch. He's singled in a run. He's flied to center field. He's got Chamiso over at third. He's got Gargett at second. So Mancy faces Trammell and takes a strike. Off-speed pitch in there on the inside corner. 0-1 on Luke out of University of New Mexico. Picked up his 15th run batted in the summer tonight. That one is outside, so it evens it up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Great crowd out here. Capacity crowd out here with the grassy knoll is full. The VIP area is full. Mancy pops that one up left side. Mossart, the left fielder, in straightaway left field, makes the catch for the out. Potters score 4 times. We go to the 6th. Potters lead at 9-2.
Gooseport Public House. We have sports on 10 big screen TVs, 23 beer taps with classics and crafts, a full bar with creative craft mixed drinks, live music, and most importantly, great fresh food. In downtown Roseville off Vernon Street. Only 15 minutes from the ballpark. See ya at Gooseport.
Front door with my teenage boy and a couple more from up the road. He had him by the collar, said he...
Top of the 6th, Anthony Martinez back out of the mound, enjoying a 9-2 advantage. He has gone the first 5 innings, given up 2 runs on 3 hits. And he will face Hunter Graham, Everett Johnson, and Braden Delicato here in the 6th inning. Graham has flied out to center twice, once on a sacrifice fly. And the second time he hit it even deeper than the first time, and he's hit the ball well both times. Oh, they're throwing pistachios in the stands. I think Nia is keying it up there. She does it all out there, and her throw is kind of questionable, but she's there. You go. Now that's a much better throw than before. Down the middle. You can throw it up here if you don't mind. Stones McCoy is throwing it, ladies and gentlemen. He's got a beautiful throw by Stones McCoy with the pistachios. That is all of a sudden, he just jumped up the energy. Riley with Stones McCoy. Now he's hugging people down there, pistachio people. He really needs to come out more often. He's getting a little bit giddy. He's a little embarrassing down there. Hugging people, throwing pistachios. Here's Graham. Popped it up right side. Lindbergh coming over. He'll be in foul territory in the bullpen area, making the catch for the first out. So Graham flies to right field for the first out in the 6th. Did I hear right, Riley? Did that young child just say, "What the F?" because he didn't get any pistachios? Did you hear that? Yeah, I think he did. I don't know. Maybe he didn't. I mean, pistachios are great, but I mean, that's no reason to work blue, if you know what I mean. He's probably yelling at your dad for not throwing him the right stuff. Yeah, that's probably what he was doing. Fastball by Martinez outside corner to Everett Johnson, who's fielder's choice, and grounded to short. So he's grounded to short twice. 0 for 2 for Everett, the third baseman out of UC Davis. Breaking ball inside, 1-1. There she is, ladies and gentlemen. Can you hang out until the end of this inning, or you have to go back out there? All right, you need to chill because we need to talk to you. Fouled back to the screen. Nia is in the just came out from throwing the pistachios, and you can tell she's got something on her shoulder, which is a curious thing. Okay, that's it. It's some sort of animal. That's all I'll say. We will talk to Nia at the end of this half inning. Breaking ball is fouled down the right field line, and it is out of play. So it is 1-2. That one looked to be like a very exciting pistachio throw down there. Well, Matt Stones got involved. Did he kind of got horn in on? I know. All of a sudden, he's in there grabbing all the pistachios and throwing them. Hey, get out of here, mister. Breaking ball is fouled down the right field line again. Chamiso thought about running after it and takes a couple of steps. And he will return to his spot, his original spot. Top of the 6th, 1 out here. Outside. 2-2. Braden Delicato to follow. Two pitches popped up, and that'll get out of play again. Great crowd out here. The biggest crowd we've had all season, and just people walking around. I don't even know if they have seats. I think they just walk. Maybe they have standing room only or something, or walking room only. They're just walking back and forth from third base side to first base side, from bounce house to beer garden. Breaking ball inside, 3-2. Johnson being very confident. I was not as confident that would be called a ball, but it's a little bit inside. That's fouled back again. So Johnson staying alive up there, hitting 150 on the season, but handling the bat pretty well. 3-2. We are in the top of the 6th inning. Do we have Nachos back, Willie? That's the question. Swing and a miss. Got him on an outside fastball at 88 from Martinez. That is Anthony's 4th strikeout, and he's got 2 outs here in the 6th inning, and Braden Delicato will be the hitter. The second baseman is flied to center and grounded to short. Braden out of Biola University. Left-handed hitter, actually switch hitter according to my information here, but he's batting left-handed against the right-hander Martinez, who's working in his 6th inning. Fastball in there for a strike. Right at 88 again for Martinez, which is as high as he's been all night long. Might have touched 89 once. So that would invalidate my entire statement. A 1-pitch breaking ball, check swinging down low. 1-1. Does my heart good to see people coming out. Got the Mi Ranchito from Javi. Got the plates of that. You got Bill, and Fat Cat has been killing it all summer long with the hot dogs and the brats. Sails a fastball outside, 2-1. Potter's own concession stands do a great job as well. And then the shaved ice is just, I don't even know how to explain the phenomenon of shaved ice. It's just incredible. Ice cream sundaes in a batting helmet. Fantastic work. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball, 2-2. And, of course, the Brick and Barrel Backyard Beer Garden, which just serves beer. I really not fancy, but do a great job down the right field line. A must stop if you're coming out to a Potters game, which hopefully you'll be able to do next Tuesday if they are hosting game 1 of that playoff series against the Healdsburg Prune Packers. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him on strikes. So a good inning for Martinez. We go to the bottom of the 6th, and the Potters lead 9-2. But let's not do that. Let's get Nia and give her a pair of headphones and say, Nia, thank you for, first of all, go ahead and break that down right here, and let's bring those in right there. First of all, thank you for taking time. You're very, very busy young lady out here, and that's why we wanted to get you up here. You know, we've had our intern rankings all season long, and I have been just thrilled by how great the interns have been all year. Lauren and Carson, they've already got awards today. Carson was the press box intern of the year, and Lauren was the field intern of the year. But, Nia, you do so much. You do, you know, you're a photographer, you get our guests for us, you sing the national anthem. I think we had to come up with something. Riley and I put our heads together. We finally came up with most valuable intern. And I always want to say the most valuable intern for 2024 is you, Nia, so congratulations.
I'm
Are you overcome? Is that what's going on here?
I'm just here, put my head down, work hard over here.
Well,
And, you know.
so you weren't, when you're, all of a sudden everybody's, we don't have somebody singing the national anthem, let's get Nia. You're not thinking about the rankings. You're just saying that, hey, that's what they need me to do, and that's what I'm going to do.
I'm a big sub guy. I'll do anything.
Right, but what about, you can't, everybody can sub. Somebody can step in, or I'll do the field, or I'll do the thing, but singing is a little bit different thing, so that's pretty nice.
We're trying to get John to sing the national anthem at least once. We
And-
tried
but
to
it did not work, yeah.
We tried
yeah.
to get him to do it.
And not only that, but also photographer. Is that something you've been doing before, or is that something you said, hey, Coach, I'll do whatever I need to do. I want to play.
Yeah, so I was a photographer at Whitney High School. I did like videography and photo for the football team and the basketball team. And it was my senior year, so 2020. And it was a weird thing to capture because then.
Yeah, that was a very strange moment in time, I bet. Well, we asked Carson, we asked Lauren if they thought, what happened this summer was what they thought coming in. How did you feel about it? When you're coming in there this summer, you go, I don't really know what's going to happen. How did it meet your expectations, or how did it change your expectations maybe?
Yeah, I think working with athletes is always like you don't know what you're going to expect. But this group of guys is like very welcoming, and they're very appreciative of like the stuff that not only I do, but all the interns do, and like they'll see us like mopping the floor or doing something
the
crazy.
Glamorous stuff of singing, but you're also mopping the floor
or
too. So it's
cleaning up throw up at home plate.
That's what got you back up in the rankings in the beginning on that when the Armor Combat. Well, Nia, it's been a pleasure getting to know you a little bit all summer. You've done a great job. Congratulations on being the most valuable intern, and good luck in the future.
Thank you.
That is Nia. And that is our intern class. And, again, we didn't get to talk to everybody who's deserving of an award. John's not here tonight. He probably would have got something. I don't know, shortest intern or something. He would have got something. But just a great class. And Jason, who's spent some of the time on the team, so he kind of lost intern points, gained a couple, but then lost a couple. Potter's up here in the bottom of the sixth. Will Lindbergh starting us off against Dylan Trammell, who came on to finish the fifth, and Lindbergh fouls that one out of play. Brings the count full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. So, she's a photographer. She's a singer. She gets guests for us at the end of the game. She mops up stuff on the field. That's an intern. That's a valuable intern right there. Lindbergh gets it high in the air to deep left center field, but Rook is going to round up in left center and follow it all the way and make the catch. Took him a while to go to his right, but he made the catch for the first out. That'll bring up Trey Furry, who was grounded out to third, grounded out to second, and singled and scored back in the fifth inning. So congratulations to Carson and Nia and to Lauren as they stayed atop the intern rankings all summer long, which were hotly contested. Riley, I think you can confirm that. Popped up by Furry, right side, giving chase as Carson in foul territory, and it is going to get in the front row of seats and barely miss a couple of fans down there. And they're going to pick the ball up and give it to the fan who was closest to it when it came down, which is an interesting rule, but I love it. Everybody seems like they're okay, which is even more important. That's that sneaky area between the screen and the tarp that Trey had the perfect trajectory to get the ball in there. Trey comes in at .292 with a home run and 6 runs batted in out of William Jessup University. Breaking ball, beautiful pitch in there for a strike. Potters, nobody warming up for the Potters, but there is some stretching being done out there. Actually, there is a left-hander throwing. Martinez very efficient in the 6th inning, so maybe they're going to throw him out for another inning. But there is activity in the pen for the Potters. Cam Staten, I think, is out there. Swing and a miss. And Furry is down on strikes for the second out here in the 6th inning. And that'll bring up Eli Small, who's singled fly to left and been hit by a pitch. He scored twice tonight. Potters with 4 in the second, 1 in the 4th, and then 4 again in the 5th. With the benefit of just a single hit, they have 7 hits and 9 runs tonight. Eli takes a strike. Off-speed pitch from Trammell, 74 miles an hour, 0-1. Swings and fouls that at the plate, so it's quickly 0-2 on Eli Small. Trammell came on and got the fly ball from Mancy in the 5th, and now he's got Lindbergh to fly out and Furry to strike out, so he has been very effective so far, the right-hander out of Solano Community College. Sharply down the first base line, but foul by Eli Small, who is at 303 coming into the game tonight, and is 1 for 2 tonight. Scored twice. Sails the fastball outside or off speed outside, 3-2. 50-50 crew, it's piled a pretty good amount of money so far. And they've got a lot of people to sell 50-50 tickets to. On a full house out here. Ball 4. Make that ball 3. And most of the Mudcats thought it was strike 3, and they are coming on off the field, but they have to go back on the field now for the full count pitch. Lincoln FC boys team selling the raffle tickets. Breaking ball, call strike 3. Good backdoor breaking ball. Trammell with another good inning. We'll go to the 7th. Potters lead this one 9-2.
When it comes to your home's maintenance and repairs, Jeffers Resource Group has you covered. Our handyman services offer a comprehensive range of expertise, from minor carpentry to drywall, electrical and flooring for property managers, landlords, and renters alike. We ensure that every job is completed to the highest standards, so you can have peace of mind. Contact us today to discover how Jeffers Resource Group can help keep your home in top shape.
Fans want to keep restoring and renovating historic McBean Stadium? Now you can become a member of Friends of McBean. Annual membership start at $50. Get a 4th of July Potters t-shirt and 4 Potters tickets. Become a member now at friendsofmcbean.org.
American River College is a top-tier community college sports program that provides student-athletes with the opportunity to thrive both athletically and academically. ARC Athletics is currently ranked 5th in the state and 2nd in Northern California. With over 19 sports programs, our athletes compete with the region's best athletes. Our diverse and dedicated coaching staff helps athletes develop the skills necessary to compete at the next level. Start your community college athletics journey with us. American River College, Sacramento's best athletic program. Go Beavers.
Top of the 7th inning, the new pitcher is Cam Staten for the Potters, the left-hander out of Auburn, California, making his 4th appearance, 8 2/3 innings, 8 hits, 14 strikeouts, 4 walks. He is 0-1 with a 4.15, and he'll face Tyler Crudo. And more importantly, I talked to the Leonard Skinner ZZ Top guy, and he said ZZ Top with just 2 of their members and a new drummer, pretty awesome. So, well done. I said, Leonard Skinner doesn't have anybody left. And he says, okay. He didn't really care about that. But ZZ Top was awesome, so well done. He said, go see him again. So I'll buy him some tickets. Crudo, Rook, and Mossart here against Cam Staten. Left-hander delivers, and it is down low for a ball. Crudo struck out and been hit by a pitch, so he is 0 for 1 in this one. That one also down low, so it is 2-0. Swing and a miss at the fastball at 88 from Staten. Cam out of Auburn, California, and Sierra College. Coming in to take over in the 7th inning here. Check swing, did he go? Yes, he did. So it is 2-2 now. Anthony Martinez, 6 innings, 3 hits, 2 runs, 3 walks, 5 strikeouts. And he gave up both of those runs in the first inning. He sailed through the next 5 innings with just 2 hits allowed. Trying to get his 6th win. Swing and a miss. Staten with the strikeout. So Crudo's down on strikes for out number 1 here in the 7th. Then it brings up Holden Rook, who is the Dueling Dogs batter and so far has popped out and singled. So he has disappointed thirsty Potters fans for the entire evening after they got spoiled last night. And had the Dueling Dogs batter be the first batter of every inning. And 5 of the first 7 innings they struck out. So Potters pitcher struck out 17 last night. Popped up by Rook. Foul territory going over the shortstop Johnson. The left fielder comes in, makes a diving try, and did he make it? No, he did not. I got one guy who said he did, but then I looked at the umpire who says he didn't, so I'm going to go with the umpire on that one. No offense to my other signaler. And Potter fans are probably happy he didn't because now they have a chance to get half off on the Dueling Dogs. And maybe Eli Small in left field thought about that. By the way, Anson Eros is taking over at first base for Zach Chamiso. So Rook now, 136 coming in, but had a single and a couple of stolen bases back in the 5th inning. It was stranded there. Pops it up again. This time is fair. This time it is the left fielder coming in Small, and he'll make the catch for the 2nd out. So 2 outs quickly here in the 7th, and Alex Mossart, the leadoff hitter, will come to the plate for the Mudcats. He singled and scored in the 1st, then grounded to 2nd in the 2nd and struck out in the 5th. So he is 1 for 3. He was 2 for 4 in yesterday's game. Alex out of the University of Mary. Out in left field tonight for the Mudcats, out in center last night. Up against the left-hander Staten, whose breaking ball is high and inside 1-0. Ice cream and a batting helmet. Old idea, perfectly executed. You can't beat it. You can't beat it, Riley. Fouled off. 1 ball, 1 strike. Riley, you really want one of those, don't you? Yeah, I know. Do you know where to go get one? Do you know what? You can send the Pop, the big proprietor, the patriarch, Stones McCoy, to get you one. I'm sure he has a way to do it. Breaking ball in there for a strike. Beautiful pitch from Staten. 1-2. You're having trouble getting your dad over here because he's hobnobbing. He's a big hobnobber. 1-2 pitch, swung on and missed. It gets away, but picked up by the catcher, and he'll flip it down to first base leisurely, but he is out at first base anyway. 2 strikeouts for Staten in the 7th. We'll go to the bottom of the inning. Potters lead this one 9-2.
This job is the Esplanade Turkey Creek phases 4 and 5. Our scope of work for this project is full scope, so we've got all the underground, all the joint trench, and all the topside included with it. We're putting in sewer pipe, manholes. We're not doing services yet. We go through and do all the main line, and then we come back and do all the services after that. I would say this project right here, the one we're working on, is probably about a 2-month project. It's very costly to the developer, so beating the schedule is very important, more important than most projects. It's got a lot of groundwater, so we've got an extensive groundwater pump system in place. It's just cool to be a part of the built environment and know that for the next 100 years that people are going to use and enjoy what we've created here today.
I'm Bill Spear, North Valley president of 5 Star Bank. In a time when business can feel so uncertain, we're here for you every step of the way.
I know they have a lot of bells and whistles within their bank, but just the relationship piece here locally on the business side is huge for us.
5 Star treats us like we're number 1. They're right there with suggestions, with help. So I have to bank with people that have our mission in mind.
We're 5 Star Bank. How can we help you?
Bottom of the seventh here from McBean Stadium. 9-2 Potters. Mark the Phantom Low here with you, along with Riley the engineer. Stones McCoy roaming the building somewhere. Willie Preston on the PA. Carson and Lauren doing the interning up here with Point Streak and Trackman. And Nia, our most valuable intern, roaming the field somewhere, either cleaning up after somebody, scrubbing a floor, singing the national anthem, taking pictures, doing it what it is that she does. Dylan Trammell has faced 4 batters and retired all 4 out of the bullpen for the Mudcats. He'll take on Cole Dillon and then Anson Eros and Cole Eaton here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Dillon has walked twice and flied to left. He's scored twice as well. So he'll step in against Trammell out of Solano Junior College. First pitch is in there for a strike, 0-1. Mudcats scored 2 in the top of the first. Since then, it's been all Potters, 4 in the second, 1 in the fourth, 4 in the fifth. Martinez and Staten have laid 6 straight zeros on the Mudcats. Popped up by Dillon. Shortstop's going to call for it. That is Crudo. And he'll make the catch after a while for the first down, and that'll bring up Anson Eros, who is going to make his first appearance at the plate, batting in the place of Zach Chamiso, who he replaced at first base in the top of the inning. Anson was 3 for 4 in yesterday's game. Anson was 3 for 4. He scored twice. He drove in 1. He is from Auburn, California, and University of Oregon. Takes Trammell's first pitch outside and high. He's followed by Cole Eaton. Potters with 7 hits tonight. Lifts that one, lazy fly ball to left field. Mossart makes the catch in medium deep left field for the second out. And Cole Eaton will be the hitter. So Trammell has retired 6 in a row since coming in for Blurton in the 5th inning. Cole is singled, and hit a sacrifice fly. Takes that one outside for a ball. Logan Bell warming up for the Potters out in their bullpen. The right-hander out of Bowling Green State University. Popped up, center field. Coming in the center fielder, that is Rook, and he will make the catch. Easy inning for Dylan Trammell. He's 1-2-3 again. We go to the 8th. Potters on top, 9-2.
Hi, Bill Evans, President of the Placer County Association of Realtors. We're in our store, our conference facilities, an amazing team helps keep together an amazing organization, and we thank them all.
This organization can't do what it does and can't run the way it runs without the help of so many members volunteering their time.
The success of the Placer County Association of Realtors is largely dependent on our active volunteer members to help our organization and industry. The work of our committees greatly impacts our ability to champion efforts across the board and giving back to the Placer County community wherever we can.
Like all service organizations, I wanted to serve. And getting involved with the affiliate committee was the perfect way to do that.
I love being able to serve my community with my business friends and other leaders and give back to those who are in need.
The thing I love about the PCAR committees is they all work toward the same goal of bringing the community together to support those in need in our surrounding area.
I instantly came to the meeting and had a wonderful time, felt like I was a part of something bigger, and it was just the start of my leadership journey.
Situated on the corner of Lincoln Boulevard and 5th Street, this iconic building has been the home to several hotels over the decades. the most famous and longest running of which was the Lincoln Inn. Having undergone several renovations and architectural changes, this building is the current home of Old Town Pizza, which boasts not one but 2 floors for your dining enjoyment, including open-air seating on the roof. Stop in for a slice today, or stop by the Lincoln Museum to see the 300-pound cash register that used to adorn the front desk of the Lincoln Inn. For more great history, visit the Lincoln Area Archives Museum and, by appointment only, take their free walking tour of historic downtown Lincoln.
Top of the 8th inning from McBean Stadium. Potters on top 9-2. Our new pitcher is Logan Bell, the right-hander of Lisbon, Ohio, and Bowling Green State University, making his 14th appearance. 14 2/3 innings, 10 hits, 18 strikeouts, and 5 walks. He is 0-1 on the season with an ERA of 1.84, and he is going to face Ansel Carson, then Austin Menacini, and Connor Ross, 2, 3, and 4 for the Mudcats. Staten goes 1 inning, no hits, strikes out 2. Martinez went 6 innings, 3 hits, 2 runs, struck out 5. So Potter's pitchers striking out 7 in 7 innings. Last night, 17 strikeouts between Don Perez, Luke Kalsbeck, and Perry Kiles. So here's Carson, who has walked, singled, and popped out to third base. Left-handed first baseman for the Mudcats tonight out of St. Mary's College. Bell usually around 87, 88 miles an hour. Fastball in there for a strike, right at 88. Some of the more impressive shaved ices I've seen all year, Riley, I've seen tonight. I think they're doing a great job. I mean, that's a monstrous one down there. They're just doing a great job in the shaved ice booth, taking care of people tonight. Breaking ball, strike 2. They take care of people every night. I'm not saying that. It's just it seems tonight it's like massive. Oh, and 2. In the dirt, 1 ball and 2 strikes. ZZ Top guy got up and stood right in front of me here as he has to let some people out of the fancy seats that they're in. So I couldn't tell ZZ Top guy to get out of the way. I had to go around him. Come on, he's got a cool shirt. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Carson leading off here in the top of the 8th for the Mudcats. He went after that one. It's going to go all the way back to the screen. He'll be down at first base. So a strikeout, but a wild pitch allows Carson to reach first, and Austin Menacini will be the hitter. Out of Johnson University, he has struck out, sacrificed, and walked. Connor Ross to follow. That breaking ball down in the dirt got Carson to go after it, but Cole Dillon couldn't knock it down. Here's Menacini. Hits it out, slow grounder out towards shortstop, handled by Johnson. It's an easy double play for the Potters. Hit the ball right at second base. Sonny Johnson moves over, steps on the bag, throws to first. And that is a double play, which means there's a row in a section out there that's going to get in and out double doubles. If you get Potter gets a double or turns a double play, then you pick a certain row in a certain section. It changes every game, of course. And everybody in the row gets double doubles. It's a great promotion, I got to admit. Here's Connor Ross. Singled, flied out, and fielder's choice for Connor. Fastball's hit out to right field. Lindbergh on the move. Got plenty of room, and that's a good inning for Logan Bell. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. Potters getting closer to closing the door. They lead at 9-2.
Situated on the corner of Lincoln Boulevard and 5th Street, this iconic building has been the home to several hotels over the decades, the most famous and longest running of which was the Lincoln Inn. Having undergone several renovations and architectural changes, this building is the current home of Old Town Pizza, which boasts not one but 2 floors for your dining enjoyment, including open-air seating on the roof. Stop in for a slice today, or stop by the Lincoln Museum to see the 300-pound cash register that used to adorn the front desk of the Lincoln Inn. For more great history, visit the Lincoln Area Archives Museum and, by appointment only, take their free walking tour of historic downtown Lincoln.
Astro Air Design Incorporated, where you feel the difference. We are a locally owned and operated heating, air conditioning, and custom sheet metal company committed to the highest quality of craftsmanship at a competitive price. Our trained and certified technicians have the knowledge and experience required to install, maintain, or repair your home comfort solutions. Our upfront pricing gives you the peace of mind because you know your price is locked in. Call Astro Air Design Incorporated today.
Here in Michigan, we do more than just survive the winter. We thrive during it. You simply can't keep us away from what we love most: great times and amazing beer. The snow transforms the landscape and lays the path for adventures yet to be had. Trails ready to be explored, and freshly groomed hills ready for the first run of the day. And later, as the sun descends, it's time to unwind with great conversation and even better friends. Experience a taste of Michigan winter with Founders Brewing Company, born and brewed in Michigan.
Bottom of the 8th inning, Dylan Trammell still out on the hill for the Mudcats. He'll face Caius Gargett. He'll throw the first pitch for a strike. He has come on and retired all 7 batters he has faced. Gargett has struck out twice, been hit by a pitch and fly to right. Line drive, cut off by the second baseman. Delicato to first for the out. So Gargett is retired. 1 out here in the inning, and that will bring up Hassani Johnson, who has grounded out to first, hit a sacrifice fly, singled, and popped out to second. Hassani with an RBI in the second with the sacrifice fly and an infield single in the fourth. Bounced off the glove of the first baseman, Carson. He takes a strike. So Trammell 8 up and 8 down for Dylan Trammell out of Solano Junior College. High in the air, right field. Going over is Graham. He has room and he makes the catch for the second out. So 2 up and 2 down. 9 up and 9 down against Trammell, and Luke Mancy will be the hitter. Luke working on a streak of 5 straight 2-hits games. He has 1 hit tonight, 1 for 3, and was hit by a pitch. Did pick up an RBI back in the second inning with a single. His 15th. Trammell's first pitch is inside, 1-0. One ball, no strikes. Mancy hits the ball well to right field. Graham going back, gets underneath the dueling dog sign or right in front of it and makes the catch for the out. So a quick inning, and Trammell, give him a little credit, 10 up and 10 down for Dylan. We go to the top of the 9th. Potters trying to close this one out and get into the playoffs. They lead 9-2.
Being a laborer means everything. It was what took care of me when I was growing up. It's what takes care of me now. Because of President Biden and the money he's put into infrastructure, the need for our workforce to expand is out of this world. When our members are able to go to work on these big projects that are funded by Biden's economic investments, it means continued growth in their wages, in their pensions, in their health benefits. It means they're going to be able to take care of their families.
Gooseport Public House. We have sports on 10 big screen TVs, 23 beer taps with classics and crafts, a full bar with creative craft mixed drinks, live music, and most importantly, great fresh food. In downtown Roseville off Vernon Street, only 15 minutes from the ballpark. See ya at Gooseport.
Old man knocked on my front door with my teenage boy and a couple more from up the road. He had them by the collar.
Top of the ninth inning. Potters need 3 outs to get to the playoffs. Gabe Maya making his 9th appearance. 13 innings pitched, 9 hits, 19 strikeouts, 5 walks. He is at a 3.46 ERA out of El Dorado Hills. First pitch is fouled off by Hunter Graham, who was flied to center. Hit a sacrifice fly to center and flied to right. So he is 0 for 2 in this one. Breaking ball, beautiful pitch in there for a strike 0-2. Hunter Graham out of the University of San Francisco. 6'2", 170 pounds. Hitting 143 coming in, but he swung the bat very well tonight. Takes outside for a ball, 1-2. The fans who have been quiet for 8.5 innings now decide to yell at the umpire about a pitch that was clearly outside. But I like that. I like the style. I like the enthusiasm. 1-2 pitch. Check swing. No, it's inside. 2-2. Swing and a miss. He got him on strikes. So Maya comes through with the strikeout. Not a lot of strikeouts for the Potters tonight. That's just the 8th. Everett Johnson was scheduled to hit, but it looks like we got a pinch hitter. No, it's number 6. It's Everett Johnson. It's a chopper out toward Johnson at shortstop, and he got it on the wrong hop, and he's going to make an error. And Everett Johnson, who was robbed by Asani earlier in the game, reaches on the air. First error for the Potters tonight. And that'll bring up Braden and Delicato. Asani kind of played that one in between hops and got wrong-footed on it, so he makes the error. And at first base is Everett Johnson, and Delicato, who's flied to center, struck out, and grounded to short, coming to the plate. Fastball right down the middle for a strike. Fly ball right field. Coming on is Lindbergh. He'll have plenty of room and make the catch for the second out. So 2 outs, and Tyler Crudo, the last hitter in the way of the Potters, trying to get their way into the playoffs. The first season ever for the Pacific Empire League. And they were sitting at 10-10 a while ago. They about, if they can close this out, will win their 5th game in the last 6th. So really putting it together late in the season, keyed by the pitching of Perez and Martinez. That is high for a ball. One and 0. Right down the middle, 1-1. I'm excited because the last strike guy, who I thought had retired, is in the building somewhere. And I look over, and the last strike guy megaphone is gone. So perhaps we might see the last strike guy if the occasion arises. 1-1 pitch is fouled out of play. It's 1-2. There he is. Oh, my gosh. This is against doctor's orders. He's getting everybody on there. This is not good. This is bad. This is bad. Hey, you're not supposed to do it. You're an old man now. Okay, well, go ahead and do it. Let's see if you can get the crowd up and finish this one. 1-2 pitch by Maya. Breaking ball is hit high in the air to deep left field and foul, I hope. It is foul. That would make the last strike guy look bad if a guy hits a home run on his watch. Last time he came out here, he did a great job, and then I heard he was laid up, like a torn vocal tendon or something. So I thought he had retired, but no, he's back out here, and he's actually physically getting in people's faces and telling them to yell. I like that. That's a very Potter-like thing to do. Crudo, the hitter, he struck out twice. He's been hit by a pitch. The crowd is responding to the last strike guy, as you have to do. He is infectious in more ways than one. 1-2. Swinging a foul ball down the first base line, and this is what separates this last strike guy from the imitators, because now he will not lose any intensity. He will not lose any energy. He will keep it up. At least he better, or it makes me look bad. No, he's starting to talk to his fans down. Now he's coming back. There he goes. 9-2 Potters, 2 outs here in the ninth. 1-2 from Maya. Line drive, base hit, right field. Don't take that person, and they're going to send him all the way. No, they're going to cut it off. As the runner around second, Johnson looked like he was going to try to go to third, but he did not, as the throw came through from Lindbergh. So, last strike guy with an all be back, Arnold style, has to go back to the dugout, so to speak, and that'll bring up Holden Rook, which I guess means it's the dueling dogs batter again, perhaps, since it's the ninth inning and it's fireworks, and so you can keep selling beer. So I guess Holden Rook is on the now the umpire's coming back to go, did you see the last strike guy? That guy's crazy. Or maybe he was talking about something else. So Holden Rook, who was singled and flied out twice and foiled the chances of everybody trying to get half price on dueling dogs, could actually do it, although the end of the inning would be when he strikes out, so I don't know how they do that technically. Maya's first pitch in the dirt gets away, and moving on to second and third are Johnson and Crudo. So 1-0 now on Holden Rook. Out of Abilene Christian University, ACU we call it. Maya's pitch sails high, so it's 2-0. 2 outs here in the ninth inning. Swing and a miss at that one, 2-1. So 1/3 of the way toward free beer, although they don't realize that the end of the inning is actually when he strikes out. So technically it's a catch-22 situation. But I'm not going to tell him. It's a full house. I'm not telling him. 2-1 now on Rook. That's down low, 3-1. Alex Mossar at the top of the order is next as the Mudcats try to make things interesting here in the top of the ninth inning. Ball 4. Loads the bases with 2 outs and brings up Alex Mossard, who is singled, grounded to second, and then struck out twice. So he is 1 for 4. Left-hander against the left-hander, Gabe Maya. Mudcats have not scored since the first inning. They put 2 up on the board to take an early 2-0 lead. But since then, all zeros from Martinez, Staten, and Bell, and now Gabe Maya. Mossart lines it to shortstop. Hassani Johnson makes the catch, and that's your ball game. The Potters get the win. The final score 9-2. They'll go on to the playoffs for the PEL. First year they'll take on the Healdsburg Prune Packers. More on that when we come back for our Potters post game. But again, our final score, Lincoln Potters 9, Solano Mudcats 2. We're back right after this.
Being a laborer means everything. It was what took care of me when I was growing up. It's what takes care of me now. Because of President Biden and the money he's put into infrastructure, the need for our workforce to expand is out of this world. When our members are able to go to work on these big projects that are funded by Biden's economic investments, it means continued growth in their wages, in their pensions, in their health benefits. It means they're going to be able to take care of their families.
Pass flung on and missed. He got him on strikes at 86, the off-speeder. Bruno strikes out the side. Potters get the win 8-5. Sanchez 1-on-4. She gets it back, trying to get it back to Gallegos. What a spin move. Her shot is blocked. She has it controlled, puts in the goal. Witt trying to set it. She sets it over for Molly Harrison, pokes it over. Short set for Barrios, and her slam goes out of play. He's going to look that way. Now he's going to duck down the middle. He's got a guy wide open at the 18 kid. That's Robert Freeman. And Robert's trying to make a couple of moves. He comes back to the 15, comes down to the 10. He gets a block to the 5. Funny, but I wanted to ask you about that because I remember you doing that show, and you kind of.
Go ahead.
That's our new show.
Really nice.
Yeah, Beneath One Fern is what we call the show.
Yeah, between a flower.
Yes. Well, we're working on workshopping the title.
Yes.
Ooh. Well, you may not see that $10 again, my friend. That woman does not like to fork over the cash.
I heard him say he'd pay you next Tuesday. So
That's right.
I didn't bring pad and paper, so I don't know what to tell you what's going to happen when I come back.
First
so
of all,
I got to take notes.
We may end up in one, especially on this episode of the Stones and Toys Show.
Oh, snap.
Welcome back to the Potters postgame, brought to you by the Friends of McBean. They are trying to raise money for a new scoreboard, and there's a QR code up on the screen, at least I'm told there is, and you can go ahead and scan that and make a donation and help out and get that new scoreboard. Our Potters postgame, we're supposed to have an interview with our player of the game, Anthony Martinez, who was tremendous tonight, improving his record to 6-0. But instead, we're going to have something better. We're going to talk to Stones McCoy. And this is something that we don't get to do often enough, at least that's what he keeps telling me.
That's right.
About Stones McCoy making an appearance tonight. First of all, let's talk about Last Strike Guy, which people may or may not know is actually you.
Pulling the curtain back.
You made an appearance tonight.
I did.
Which was risky because the last time you made an appearance, I thought the doctor said no more appearances.
The doctor did say no more appearances, but you know that feeling you get when you arrive at the park?
Yes, I do.
And all the feels, right? The smells, the feels, the emotion.
Like being in the bowling alley.
Yeah, I walked up the booth, I saw my megaphone sitting there, and I said, there's no reason Last Strike I can't try it once.
You did.
Once more.
I thought you did a tremendous job.
And that might be the last.
You weren't able to close it out, I think, but still.
No, thanks a lot.
You did a great job. So you watch all the games. You don't get to see all the games.
Correct.
Here's the thing. The Potters were 10-10 in PEL play, and they were kind of teetering. We've lost a lot of players, a couple of injuries, and people, played to the end of their streak, and they were gone. So most of our big hitters, so to speak, were gone.
Yeah.
We're 10-10. And we're sitting there, well, that's a tipping point right there. Since then, they're 5-1 in PEL play. They went to Healdsburg. They beat the Prune Packers. As impressive as I've ever been with the Potters team these last couple of weeks.
Absolutely, and something that we talked about, I know we talked about it a bunch of times, and something we talked about very recently was how important the Potters pitching was going to be coming down the stretch.
Yep.
And who was the most valuable player? Who was your player of the game today?
Tonight was Anthony Martinez. Last night was Adon Perez. The last time he pitched, it was Adon Perez. So, yeah, to your point, Martinez finished 6-0 on the summer. Adon was 5-1 on the summer. The ERAs both around 3, a little bit under 3, which is, as you know, great in summer ball. So, you called it. They stepped up. And also, Stones, not just them, but other times we had other guys starting. It didn't last as long. Ryan Castillo had a couple of good outings, but we had Ryan Baker come in for him. The bullpen was fantastic over this last couple of weeks.
They really were. And the thing about a bullpen is that you're only as strong as the next guy to come in.
Yep.
And the Potters were stronger each time they brought somebody in. And it's really been a tribute to the 5-1 and what they're going to need, if I may project a little bit.
You may, go ahead.
But, they're going to need all of those pieces to compete with the Packers.
Yeah, absolutely. They went up and they got that win against the Packers, and then kind of might have prove to themselves that they could do that, because let's face it, they were 0-5 going up there, and you don't really think that you're going to go up there 0-5 and win on their field, and they actually did that.
Yeah.
But I'm really impressed with the Potters and what they've done down the stretch here. As you say, keyed by the pitching, Perez and Martinez, the most visible guys, but out of the bullpen, Cam Staten was out there tonight. Logan Bell has been great so far. Nolan Thebe has been great. Ryan Baker has been great. And, we don't have the whole stable of Division I arms like you may see in on Healdsburg Prune Packers.
Correct.
But we've had guys come out and really pitch well. And Martinez, we've talked to Willie, who does a lot of Sierra College games in the PA.
Yeah.
And he said he hasn't ever seen Martinez better than he was this summer. So guys actually really improving during the summer. We've seen it before, but I don't know if it's ever been as big as this.
Not as big as this. And just piggyback on what you said about Martinez, we got to see a little bit of that, through American River College.
Right, exactly.
And he looked good then.
Yeah.
And he does not look anything like he did during that season of junior college baseball. So it's just really impressive to see all the guys come together. And one of the things that doesn't get talked about enough, and I talked to the Bells tonight, just so you know.
Oh, yes, I know.
I talked to the Bells. And over the course of the last 3 weeks, the pitching group here in Lincoln, they have all been getting together and going out pretty regularly.
Oh, that's awesome.
That right there should tell you a little bit of what you need to know about where the Potters pitching has come from and where they're going. They've gotten together. You can tell the gelling is there now, and it's really come across the last 10
and
games.
really impressive when you consider that usually there's a rotating group of catchers too.
Yes,
so you've got to get used to new catchers. And Anton Eros has joined the team. He caught the other night, and he was fantastic. We talk about pitching. Kais Gargett was 0 for 4 tonight, but he has been sensational all summer long. Luke Mancy has been super hot. He had a streak of 5 consecutive 2-hit games broken tonight, but he was still 1 for 4 with an RBI. And give credit Cole Eaton with a couple of hits tonight. So it's been coming from different places in the batting order, and it's been coming from the big guys and from the bullpen pitching-wise, and that's what you want to have. You want to have that balance, and so they go into the game next Tuesday against the Healdsburg Prune Packers. But Stones, before I conclude here, I want to mention, I mentioned it during the game at some point. We had 8 more games that we did this year than we did last year, but we have way more than double the viewership that we had last year. So I just want to say, first of all, great job by you, great job by Riley working, all the mechanics here, but also give some credit to our visiting teams, Medford and Humboldt and the Mudcats and the West Coast Kings and other teams that, off league, because we've really been getting the fan interaction, and it's been fantastic to see.
All the gracious people, fans from all of the teams that we've gotten so many subscribers from other teams that they have no business subscribing to us because we show Lincoln baseball.
Yeah, we do.
But they have jumped on. From the bottom of my heart, everybody watching, everybody listening, thank you very much. You couldn't, without your guys' support and viewership, I don't know where we would be right now, but we sure as heck wouldn't be right here.
Absolutely. Our final score again tonight, the Potters win 9-2. They make it to the PEL first ever championship playoff series. Our game, I believe, is next Tuesday. Check the Potters socials. Check, first of all, if you subscribe to Lincoln Potters Baseball YouTube or Stones Broadcast Network's YouTube, you'll be alerted when the game starts.
You bet.
You might be doing stuff in the backyard or not, it doesn't matter. You'll be alerted when the game starts, but look forward to that next Tuesday when the Potters take on the Healdsburg Prune Packers. For Mark the Phantom Lowe, for Riley the Engineer, Stones McCoy, Mrs. Stones McCoy, Willie Preston, Lauren, Carson, Nia, all the interns, thanks so much for watching. We'll talk to you next time.